Hubbins. Hello, Cleveland. My name is Al. Across the table from me is my good friend Joe, and together we are...
Hi, Al. We're kind of right.
There you go.
And usually wrong.
That's all right, though.
Who is David Fitzevans?
It's David St. Hubbins, and
that's right.
He was the character in the Spinal Tap. Have you seen Spinal Tap, the movie? If you haven't, you need to see Spinal Tap. You know what I'm talking about?
I've started Spinal Tap, but usually drunk.
It's the original
pass out somewhere around halfway.
It's the original mockumentary. It's a fake documentary, and by Rob Reiner, who's a genius. As much as he's a pinko, fucking panty waist wearing, fucking tree hugging.
I think Carl Reiner's a genius.
Rob Reiner's pretty smart too, man. He makes great films.
He makes some good films.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. Spinal Tap is a top 10 movie. It's
you know what I love
it's
about
a genre maker.
Here's what I love about Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
Rob Reiner, and believe me, I have nothing against. I like him, and he has made some good. He's made some good movies, but he was doing an interview, and this was 10, 15 years ago, and people were still coming up to him and calling him fucking meathead.
Well,
and
the shoe fits, right?
It was getting on his nerves.
Sure.
So if I ever saw Rob Reiner, I'd be like...
He might kick you in your cunt. Oh,
I'd be
I said
like,
it early.
Hey, fucking meathead. Because, I mean, he's fucking meathead.
Yeah, he just is meathead,
He's
too.
meathead.
Yeah.
But, that has nothing... Yeah. Not that Rob turned out to be a wonderful director, and he did that Stand By Me thing.
Another great movie.
I think he does a lot of... I don't know.
Nostalgia pieces.
No, they're just sort of like gay.
I don't know. They all seem to be
not
groundbreaking. They're all groundbreaking.
Like which one?
Well, Spinal Tap. A lot of people.
Spinal Tap, yes.
Well, that started the
Except
genre.
I've
but even
never
Stand By Me, which, by the way, I didn't really like, but the critics love it, and everyone else loved it.
There's another big one, though, that he did.
You know what? I wanted to say Splash, but I know that was Ron Howard, another bald baseball hat wearing motherfucker.
Big was Penny Marshall, because I was going to say Big.
Did she direct that, or did Gary Marshall direct that? Or maybe he produced it? And
no, that was Penny.
All right, I believe
Penny
he produced
did Big.
it. I believe Gary Marshall produced that, actually.
So, I'm going to look up Rob Reiner movies here.
Yeah, look him up. Because
I don't want to take anything away from anybody here.
Yeah,
and
no.
He's certainly a better director than I am.
Well, talk about nepotism, though, huh? Not pretty easy to get into the biz when your father's one of the ones who created it, created the whole fucking business,
Yes, and people...
I mean, I know there's always been show business, but real show business didn't start till the 20th century,
Well, people talk about, my father might have been Clint Eastwood, but... I had to work my ass off.
Oh, yeah, right.
But, the thing is...
I don't think so, Allison.
Oh, When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, another fucking great movie. That was a great movie.
It
gay,
was.
Though, you're right. Gay, on the gay side.
The Wolf of Wall Street, my
Wolf
opinion.
of Wall Street. That was Rob Reiner?
That's what it says here.
The fucking Leonardo DiCaprio joint?
Oh, wait a minute. No, he was an actor in this.
Oh yeah.
Hang on, I'm looking at IMDb here.
Yeah, you look at director. I
got to look at director.
That IMDb's great, huh? Although everything on fucking Wikipedia is right from IMDb, or the other way around. I don't know which, but it's word for word.
He directed LBJ, which I haven't seen yet.
Oh, that's the Bryan Cranston joint?
The Bucket List. I enjoyed that movie.
That was actually a pretty good movie.
Morgan Freeman. Although that got panned.
Again, gay, kind of gay.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
Fucking gay.
Like, there's no...
Sentimental, I believe, is the word you're looking for.
Rob ain't doing anything edgy. You know what I mean?
Well, keep looking. There's got to be something edgy in there.
Everyday Life, Alex and Emma, The Story of Us, Spinal Tap is edgy.
Yeah.
I am your...
And it's not. It's actually not that edgy. It's just really funny.
north.
Ghost of Mississippi was a good movie.
A Few
That's
Good Men.
a little
he
edgy.
did.
That's edgy. Few Good Men is edgy.
Yeah.
Wow. He directed Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise and Demi Moore all together.
The Sure Thing.
Kevin Bacon was in that too, I think.
Kevin Bacon.
A Few Good Men was a great film. That's edgy. I think you got
Kevin Bacon is one of my favorite actors.
Kevin Bacon's a great actor. You remember the first movie he was in? A Barry Levinson film called Diner. Do you remember that movie? That's one you gotta put on your list. Diner is a great movie. Paul Reiser, Steve Guttenberg, Tim Daly.
Wasn't Sylvester Stallone in Diner?
No.
Sylvester Stallone was in a movie where they were all wearing leather jackets and they were in like a fucking
It's
diner.
called something about Flushing. Not Flushing.
And this was before he was anything.
That movie was contemporary for the time. Diner was a look back at 1959 into 1960.
I'm not trying to take anything away from Rob.
You're right. Most of them are gay, but he got a couple good ones in there.
I'm a fucking loser. So who am I to talk about Rob Reiner?
Hey, don't worry about
But I'm just what
Rob
I'm saying
Reiner
is
getting his
that
feelings hurt. 'Cause he's
as
never
someone
going to hear
who
you.
watches a lot of movies,
Yeah.
I find a lot of Rob's movies to be lighthearted. We don't want to
That's a
use
good
the
way.
word gay
No, yeah, I don't like
or
misusing that.
faggoty.
No, because that's not what we mean. Gay
Hey,
is,
you
you know
know
what? It's okay to call something gay, by the way.
As a matter of fact,
it's just like calling it retarded. You can call something retarded. Sorry, everybody. It's okay to say something's retarded.
there was a
It's just
cocksucker on TV. I mean, a gay guy. And I forget. Oh, this bothers me now because I forget. He was saying the new words that you can't say. And faggot was one of them. And I think faggot is a wonderful word. And not only is faggot
It's like a little twig, right?
faggot is a bunch of twigs.
Yeah. Or a bundle.
A
That's
bundle.
Right. Yeah.
Of
Bundle.
twigs.
Yeah.
Or a cigarette.
Oh yeah.
A
The
fag is a cigarette.
because it looks like a burning bundle of twigs when you smoke it.
And I've heard the Top Gear guys in their earlier, when they
The earlier rendition. Or
yeah,
whatever.
before they became fucking crazy famous.
Right.
And by the way, there is no, nothing against Matt LeBlanc or any of these other assholes, but there's nobody that can do that show that James May, Jeremy Clarkson, and the other fucking
You
guy.
even know their names.
James May, Jeremy Clarkson, and the little guy who
Yeah, I'm not.
whose name, because I had two fireballs now. I can't
I'm not
remember
familiar
fucking
with the
any of them.
show. The only one that sticks out is the guy with the wavy, long gray hair, the oldest one out of them. Who,
That's James May.
he likes to kick people in the balls and shit. Don't they like?
They have a fucking blast.
Yeah, they like hit each other in the balls and shit.
and they say, and they make fun of each other.
They
and
put
it's-
like
and
saran
it's
wrap,
fun.
put saran wrap over the commode, so when somebody pisses on it or sits on
Oh,
it,
there's just all kinds of shenanigans
yeah.
going on.
It's a good show,
You
but
know,
I can't.
They had like they set them up, like the producers set them up with they give each one of them $2,000 or whatever that is in pounds. Go out, buy a car, and you got to drive it across fucking Africa,
Right.
and and they just fuck with each other. Some guy's got like 17 dead fish on his motor,
Yeah.
and he's going, "Holy shit, what's stinking?"
My kid Evan loves that show. He loves that show.
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
But
I can't do it because I'm not a car guy. I know all the other shit's funny, but it's
Well, you don't have to be a
two-thirds
car
of it.
guy.
I know, but 2/3 of it, it's about the cars.
Well, there's
I
a lot
couldn't-
of car stuff.
You know what I have driven over the years? I could not care less about what I drive or what anyone's driving. I just don't care.
Well, no, me neither. But
I had
it's-
one nice car my whole life.
And to be honest with you, I fast forward. They'll have some. They had some Bugatti on there. That's and I love machinery,
Yeah.
but I've seen so many of these things.
Well, you're kind of a wrench turner too.
Yeah, The machinery's interesting, but you know, the Bugatti makes 1,000 horsepower. It's a 16-cylinder, 64-valve motor.
See, I'm already lost. I so don't care that I don't even know what you're talking about.
4 turbochargers.
That sounds like a lot of turbochargers. Granted,
Right.
But I don't.
It's more than one.
I understand it's probably
most
overkill.
have one.
It's overkill. I get it.
Some
well,
have
most
2.
have none. Is the point, right?
Most have none.
None. That's the point.
Right. But the thing is,
So why
I
though?
fast forward through it.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Because
you want to see the shenanigans.
well, you know what? I own a lot of motorcycles, as you've known.
You have owned. You currently don't own any, right?
I don't. Well,
Maybe
I
there's
have
a dirt bike?
broken dirt bike.
Yeah.
But I think at one time I had 10 motorcycles.
Right. Yeah. That was your thing for a little while.
In here, I actually built one. Remember the one I built?
Before this room was finished. Yeah. That's right. That was right here,
Well,
wasn't
this
it?
whole basement was wide open.
Jesus Christ! I forgot. You forget about it because it feels like it's always been here.
I had
Pretty cool.
10 motorcycles at once. And I've been 185 miles an hour on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And I don't want to own any car that goes anywhere near, going 65 is fine. Because I don't want any problems with the police,
Yeah. Right.
and nobody's going to loan me a track for the day so I can go fast in a car. And plus, I'm not paying, they had a McLaren. Have you heard of the name McLaren?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Well, because
McLaren makes cars.
then
McLaren was a race car driver.
they got a Formula One team, so I know that name from Formula One.
Yeah, and I think it's named after I believe it's named after the dead guy who was a race car driver.
Okay.
And they make, this one was interesting because it was a hybrid. It was an electric car with a 700 horsepower gasoline engine in it.
All right, now
as
tell
well.
me, what does my truck have in it for horsepower? I have no idea about horsepower. I really don't. Take a guess.
Your truck is a
It's got a V8. It's
360.
It's the big Dodge V8 from the early aughts.
Your truck probably has 250 horsepower.
So that's a shit. 700 is a shit ton.
700 is a lot of horsepower.
Yeah.
And in a car that weighs a ton, or as we say,
Yeah, right.
2,000 pounds.
Right.
Your truck weighs 4,500 pounds.
Yeah, right.
So if you put 700 horsepower plus a 200 horsepower electric motor into a 1-ton car,
Right.
you're going really fucking fast.
Yeah, right.
But what do you do with it? So
You race Formula One. That's about it.
well, no, I mean, say you're a rich guy. You just got more money. You're Rupert.
I got you.
Murdoch. Or
Yeah, you're
you're
not
one of
going
these
down
rich guys.
You're not going down.
You go
to
buy the
Cumbies.
car.
Yeah.
Okay, you got the car. Okay, you bring it home. Because I've done enough of this shit where you buy stuff, you bring it home, and 3 weeks later you don't know why you bought it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I haven't bought a McLaren. Don't get me wrong. I haven't bought any $300,000
Yeah, right.
toy.
Yeah.
But I bought enough toys
Yeah.
where you bring it home and you're like, oh, this is going to be wonderful.
Right.
And 3 weeks later, it's sitting in a fucking corner somewhere. Well, the McLaren is, okay, great. You can get into it. It'll go 0 to 60 in under like 2 seconds.
Right.
It's faster than like the fastest production motorcycle, 0 to 60, because it's incredible. Where are you going to drive it?
I mean,
If you go over 80 miles an hour, 85 miles an hour, you're going to get a ticket. Even in Montana.
do you think the guys who have that keep it like registered and ready to drive? Like, does it always have a tag on it? And is it
Fuck yeah.
always insured? I mean, you got to insure it anyway, even if you're not driving
Jay
it.
Leno has a McLaren. It's a $12 million car.
Whoever his insurance agent must be fucking wealthy just off Jay, if you think about it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know what? I mean? Never mind the company, but the agent is probably fucking styling.
I heard Jay has like $250 million worth of cars.
What? Say that again. $250 million worth of cars.
Yes.
So that makes him a pretty close to a billionaire, right? Unless he's just
250
unless he's
million
eating
is
cornflakes.
a quarter of a million. Is a quarter of $1 billion.
No, but I'm saying if he's got that in cars, what has he got in the bank? Or is that that's
Sure,
just
he's
his thing?
Well, Jay Leno's thing was all his Tonight Show money he saves, and all of the money that he makes from shows he spends.
Oh, all right.
Did you remember that?
I don't know if that was exactly how it was he worded it though. Let me think about it.
He told Jerry Seinfeld that.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld thought that was really funny. Jay saved it was one or the other. He either saved all his Tonight Show money, which was like what, $15 million a year?
Yeah, easily.
Didn't spend a dime of it, and he lived off and bought his cars from the money that he made from, doing stand-up.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Going to Vegas and all that shit.
Well, he didn't spend $250 million from getting. Oh yeah, because those guys get paid $1 million a night in Vegas almost. Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking Jay Leno.
So I'm saying, if he's got $250 million in cars, he might be 3/4 of a billionaire.
Sure.
Yeah, he's fucking wealthy, huh?
Well, and a lot of these cars
he
that he bought, they appreciate in value. I mean, if you're going to be a car collector, the good thing is that a lot of these things appreciate in value because there are, by just entropy alone, there are less and less and less. Somebody's going to take a Stanley steamer out and fucking crash it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So it's just, or something's going to blow up. So I just saw him. He had a Chrysler made a jet, a gas turbine car between 64 and 66 or 62 and 64.
Okay.
A gas turbine, which is basically a jet engine.
Oh, okay.
And it didn't blow out the back. It worked kind of like a helicopter in the sense that the turbine turned, and there was turns at 32,000 RPM, and there's a reduction gearbox, and it goes through a regular automatic transmission.
Yeah.
And they made 55 of them, and Jay has one of them.
No shit.
And there ain't 55 of them. There ain't 54 others.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So when I say he has a $12 million McLaren, I don't think he paid $12 million, but that's probably what he could sell it for.
Fucking awesome. So that was his own little investment.
But he loves it.
Yeah.
If you love, that's why I don't. If you're a money grubbing fuck just to collect money, so that you can tell people how much money you have, then it's a fucking useless endeavor. But Jay, I don't think he's a money grubbing fuck.
No,
he loves these cars.
He's into the cars. Yeah,
he drives them around.
Good for him.
He's into it.
I guess old Jerry is too. I guess they have competing type. Well, Jay's collection is probably more than Seinfeld's, but I guess Seinfeld does have a lot of cars.
Seinfeld has a lot of cars. I don't know anything about Seinfeld.
Seinfeld's. Have you seen comedians in cars getting coffee or whatever the fuck? You can get it on. Have any idea what I'm talking about?
No.
He's making huge coin on this. It's on Crackle, which is on your fucking internet TV. I know you got an internet TV in here somewhere.
Yeah.
You go on the network. It's called Crackle, and it's in comedians.
I know Crackle.
Comedians in cars getting coffee. It's actually the first 5 seasons or whatever was on Crackle. Now he's moving on to the highest bidder. I think Netflix just bought it or somebody because Jerry's in it to win it.
Hey, before I forget, do you realize that Netflix paid Dave Chappelle $60 million for 3 stand-up specials?
3 specials, 60 mil?
60 million.
Things are good at old Netflix, huh?
And he had 2 of them in the box already.
Yeah.
Handed it to him. And they asked, you know, I've seen him. Dave Chappelle is one of the funniest human beings on the planet.
He's an interesting dude, man.
He didn't work for 10 years. And people said, "Well, why'd you do this one?" I needed the money.
Yeah.
$60 million.
Well, he left a lot of money on the table with the Dave Chappelle show, with whatever it was.
That's
was that
okay
Comedy
by
Network?
me. You know what?
No, I'm saying that he left money on the table. He left probably 20, 30 million on the table there.
You know, I'm thinking Dave Chappelle's probably smart enough he probably did it on purpose, knowing that if he did this thing that's so fucking insane, that seems so insane, that someone will pay $60 million.
He is capable.
1 hour special.
He is capable and has done it. He's big enough of a lunatic. He'll do 4 to 6 hours of stand-up working shit out. He will not take a break for 4 or 6 hours and just talk. That shows you. We always talk about people who are driven, right? Dave Chappelle is where he's at for a reason. You know what I mean? He's maybe the best at what he does right now.
I definitely, of course, he has to be driven at
crazy,
times,
sick driven.
But I love the idea. He really does live in a small town in Ohio.
He's a farmer, right?
No, he's not a farmer, but I mean, he lives in a small town in Ohio.
Pretty sure he has a farm.
He has a big piece of property.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't believe he.
It's not a working farm that he's paying other people to work, is what you're saying. That's what I thought. I thought it was a working farm.
No, he has He has white slaves.
He has a ton of white slaves.
He got white slaves.
Well, I don't know
He's got bitches out there.
Oh, he's definitely got bitches, I'm sure.
He's got bitches. No, I mean, Dave's married with some kids. And I don't know where this came from as far as Jerry Seinfeld. You know, the thing about Seinfeld
you fucking interrupted me. I was talking about Crackle and fucking comedians in cars getting coffee, which I can't believe you haven't seen. Once you start watching it, you're gonna what it is it's 20 minutes. He picks up a funny person, right? A comedian, right? And he picks him up. He makes a date to pick him up.
This is Jerry.
He picks him up in some sort of vintage car that's thematic to who the fucking guest is. They get in the car. They talk a little. The cameras are in the car. They go somewhere. They either get coffee or lunch or tea, depending on what time of fucking day it is and who he's having it with.
This is Jerry and somebody else.
And they talk, and you get to watch them eat and everything and drink whatever they're doing. They talk. It's funny. Like Stern's been on it. Robert Klein's been on it. Actually, Leno, everybody's been on it. There's like 70 of them to watch. It's amazing. And then he fucking drives them home and drops them off at home.
I've heard of that.
And it's between 10 minutes and 20 minutes long.
Here's the thing.
It's amazing.
I loved the show Seinfeld. I've probably seen every episode 5 times.
I've seen them all. I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan, but I have seen them all once or twice.
I tried to watch a special, a couple of Jerry Seinfeld. I can't watch them. I don't find them funny.
Did you catch on to it before it went off the air? Did you ever watch a first run episode of Seinfeld? You follow what I'm saying?
I believe I've watched every episode of Seinfeld probably 5 times.
My question to you is, did you ever watch an episode of Seinfeld the first time it was on the air? That Thursday night in 1991 or whatever the fuck.
I've never watched.
Because I watched it when it was on.
I've never watched I have never, unless we were when I was a kid.
You didn't watch Love Boat or anything on Friday night?
That's what I'm like the $6 million man.
I was just gonna say
it was Wednesday night at
of course you
9
watched
o'clock.
$6 Million Man. $6
On
million.
One of the 3 channels that we got. Yes, but I mean, I'm talking about later on in life. I haven't.
You've never followed a show.
No,
I do once
in
a
while. I haven't watched one whole episode of Friends, which I'm extremely proud of. Because that show looks like
I saw
gay.
Just about all of those.
I mean, gay. Like, don't get all. It's not your word, you fucking homos.
No. They know that.
Gay is happy.
Listen.
And stupid at the same time.
Even fairies know that it's okay to say something's gay. They know.
No.
It's fun.
Look.
It's not it's not gay people who are upset about it.
Male homosexuals should just be called cocksuckers.
No, because they don't all suck cock.
What are you talking about?
A lot of them just fucking sit there and get their cock sucked.
All right. They're either ass fuckers or cocksuckers.
Yeah. Well, there it is.
So we can say...
There are, however, ass fuckers who aren't gay, too. I mean, you know what I mean?
No.
You can stick your penis in a female's ass, and that doesn't make you gay. That makes for some hot sex.
Probably makes for a sore ass.
If you're into that thing, if you're into that sort of thing.
No, we're talking male on male here. Whatever.
Yeah.
Look, you're not stealing the word gay.
No, they get
We're
it.
already stolen the fucking word marriage. Bunch of cocksuckers.
Homosexual people do
Fuck
not.
you.
Homosexual people do not mind that you and I use the term gay liberally. They don't.
When there's
The people
more
who
than two
care are
people
the
listening.
non-homosexual fucking business budding tours. Shut up. It's English. It's just English. You could call something gay. It has other meanings.
Fucking gay.
Fucking gay.
And don't tell me I can't use. Oh, I know what it was. This guy put the word faggot in the same category as the N word, which I have a tough time even saying.
The F word, I'm gonna say I try not to use that word. Only if I use it.
N word.
No. What you're saying is faggot is worse, is as bad as the N word.
That's what they. No, I didn't say that.
What I'm saying is I understand what they're saying. I don't like to say
degradation of a fucking race of people compared to a bunch of people that want to stick their dick in someone else's ass. Fuck off. You know what? I'll tell you.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to degrade anybody. They're both equally degrading. It doesn't matter how many people they're degrading.
That.
It doesn't matter how many people they're degrading.
It's not equally degrading. I was so offend is a tough word for me because I'm never.
You're not really ever offended by anything.
I mean, do I have my arms crossed and I have like a bitter look on my face?
Never do.
No. But I will say that
you pretend to be offended, but you're never really offended.
Well, before the gays they've got all they got all the rights now. You can get married, you can do whatever you want. You got all the same rights.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
But before that, they were trying to compare themselves to the black folk who weren't treated as human beings.
Yeah, I know. It's a different thing. You're right.
I was like...
Yeah, but faggots weren't counted as human beings either, although they could vote. Unless you were a known faggot, they probably wouldn't let you vote. You're right, though.
What are you talking about?
I'm just.
You can pretend you're not
gay.
Yeah,
right.
You can't pretend you're not
everyone
black.
pretended to not be gay in the. I'm just thinking about.
They try to compare
pre-Emancipation Proclamation.
They tried to compare.
I'm talking about 1850. 1850.
A black guy.
I understand. I'm with you.
Blacks not being able to marry whites as the same thing.
I got to do devil's
two
advocate.
Dudes trying to they can't marry each other.
I'm with you, but once in a while I'm going to do the devil's advocate thing.
Them.
You're right. You're
fucking
right. No,
asshole
you're
scum.
Right. Yeah, but again, it's not. Most of the people who are offended by that aren't the gays themselves. I think gays get it. I think they get it.
No, they don't
they
get
use
it.
the word fag too, though. Well, it's the same thing as the N-word.
It's not
right?
their word. So fuck off. It's a bundle of sticks, and if you don't like it...
I don't think you should be mad at gay people for this. I think you should be mad at Hillary and Elizabeth Warren and...
They try to use...
I think they're advocates. I think they're advocates.
They tried to compare themselves to the plight of the African American.
Again, what I'm saying is
and that's fucking...
What I'm saying is...
It's like comparing the gays to the Holocaust.
Joe, look at me. What I'm saying is that's like the 10% vocal fucking faggots. You know what I'm saying? 90% of the faggots aren't vocal about it because they really don't care. They don't care. 10% of them, the vocal ones. Again, we talk about Congress, the people you see, the people you hear.
You know
what I'm saying? Those are the ones to be irritated
Here's two
with.
that aren't vocal. So these two fucking...
These two cum guzzlers. The other way around. These two carpet munchers.
And there's this
two
couple
lap
and they're
lickers.
religious and they don't want to fucking bake them a cake. That have two broads making out on top of the cake.
Yeah, you don't have to make them the cake. You don't have to make them.
They were fined $130.
They were fined?
Yeah.
Where
Put them out of business.
Where did this go down?
I think it was Illinois.
Oh my God, they got fined?
Illinois,
By who?
It was
who
Illinois,
who writes
Indiana,
that ticket? Who writes that ticket?
Indiana.
Oh, must have would it go to court and they got fined in court?
No.
Who writes that ticket?
I don't know. Whoever the fucking...
The faggot police.
The faggot police.
Yeah.
They bitched these two fat...
Did you say
ugly,
Illinois?
I said
It's
Illinois.
probably
but,
Illinois. Talk about fucking Libtard Central.
Well, they're going to go bankrupt, and they should.
Yeah.
And Rahm Emanuel
Libtard
should be
Central.
He should be fucking executed.
Who should be?
Rahm Emanuel.
Oh, he's the worst. He's the worst out of them.
Cocksucker.
I mean, that's why
Midget.
That's
He's a
why.
fucking midget.
That's why he was chief of staff. And
Who is the gay cake?
Gay cake eaters.
Bakery.
Gay cake bakery. There
See,
you go.
apparently these lesbians went to this bakery and they bought their stuff, and the Supreme Court's going to take this case too. By the way.
Oh, it's been around that long?
Oh, God, yeah. And Colorado Bakery.
Talk about a non-issue. It's just a non-issue. I can't.
So they used to go to the bakery and they'd buy stuff, and they liked the bakery, and then they came in and said, "Hey, me and Sally are going to get married," and
so crazy, this fucking country.
And
they have the right to get married, and they have the right to not bake them the cake if they don't want to.
And
it's
they
just
said,
crazy. This country
well,
is fucking loony.
Listen, Sally and Jessica, or Tammy and Belinda, we really like you, but we are we don't believe homosexuality is we believe it's not a good thing. It's against our religion.
Right.
And we can't do it. And they went,
And that should be the end of the story.
They went and bitch.
Go to another bakery. Go to another fucking bakery.
Because they can't do that.
Why can't they do that?
Because they're fucking cunts.
Yeah, that would be that.
And I'm using the word cunt, but
No, they're cunts.
because they're
If
fucking.
they were two guys, they'd be cunts, too.
fucking scum.
Yeah.
And they went and complained about it. You want to make us a cake?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I want to eat my honey's box.
It's so ridiculous.
So
Go ahead and eat
which
your
is
box, honey, but
the
go
thing
get the
go
cake
to
somewhere
another
else.
fucking bakery.
Yeah, go to another bakery. What?
And respect the
So somebody
So they
actually
went-
fined these people for
yes,
this?
some bureaucratic
Crazy.
fucking bullshit. The fucking.
So what are they appealing? The
equal
fine to the
rights
Supreme
thing,
Court?
or-
How is that going?
Well, it's going
Why
to the
is it
Supreme
going?
because
Which means it's already been through the appellate court.
you have the right to practice your religion.
And your business,
in the way
by the
you
way.
see fit.
And your business. You don't have to give service
Well,
to everybody. You can decline
can't-
service for any reason unless it's fucking, medicine.
No, no, that's not true. You can't have a shop and then say no black people, or no Irish, or no Italians. You can't do that.
I hear you. That's not what I meant, but that's fine.
And there's not a religion. I don't think you can come up with a religious reason to say we can't,
Serve niggers.
unless you have like a new religion. But it's pretty straightforward that it's pretty well known that the Christians, there's something in the Bible, and I haven't read it, that says there's something wrong with homosexuality, right?
Yeah, which again, that's another argument altogether. And believe me,
No,
I don't.
What I'm saying is you can't discriminate against blacks or Italians or
I understand.
Jews or
No,
Irish.
I'm
You
with you.
can't. Although you probably don't have to bake them a cake. If they're Christians, they could probably say, if two Jews walked in and said, "Hey, will you bake us a cake?" We don't really believe in Judaism. I think that would be okay.
That's
Follow what I'm
rough.
saying?
Yeah, that's rough though, because at the end of the day, Christianity and Judaism, and as much as I hate to
But what
say
I'm
it,
saying-
Muslimism
no, I'm saying
and
pure-
Hinduism, it's all the
purely on
same
a-
thing. It's religious.
I'm just trying to give an example that would make sense.
Yeah.
So that this gay thing, so the two lesbians go in, they want a cake, they want, not a bride and groom, they want the two, whatever the fucking two brides or whatever they call themselves. Fucking ridiculous. And they just said, not mean,
Yeah.
people, I saw these people, very nice people. It wasn't like, get out of here, you fucking dykes. And they went and bitched and complained. And of course, they're fat and fucking ugly.
Oh, are they?
Oh,
Man, I've been seeing a ton of...
I've seen shits that look better than these
I've
two
seen
people.
a ton of hot lesbians getting married
Oh, no.
lately on
these are the
Facebook.
fucking fat, gross,
At least one of them is always good looking.
cellulite-laden, ugly,
Yeah.
just a fucking disaster.
Well, maybe that's why they're with each other. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, go to another fucking bakery.
Yeah, that's all.
Fuck yourself.
Just hit another bakery. You know what I mean? Fucking, thanks for the Arnold Palmers, by the way.
I don't know what that is.
Somebody put some fucking Arnold Palmer,
What is that?
Arizona iced tea, Arnold Palmer light, half and half. That's what I used to drink this by the gallon, dude.
Arnold Palmer
It mixes
iced tea?
real, yeah. Well, it's Arizona, but an Arnold Palmer is a drink. It's a soft drink. It's half iced tea, half lemonade. This fucking guy, I think we've talked about old Arnie before.
Did Arnold drink that?
Arnold Palmer was not only the best golfer in the world, he was the first mega athlete to become a mega sponsor.
Isn't he dead?
Well, he is. But no, the actual drink, you go to a restaurant, and if you say, give me an Arnold, it's like a fucking Harvey Wallbanger or something.
All right, so it's
Except
like a
it's-
screwdriver, but it's an Arnold Palmer.
You can go up to Chili's, where you like to go once in a while, or any of these places, say, give me an Arnold Palmer, and they will bring you back a drink on ice that is half lemonade, half iced tea. That's an Arnold Palmer. And this fucking genius copyrighted it or whatever. He's Arnie.
Arnie Palmer.
Arnold Palmer. He was, he did the Pennzoil thing. He was the first
Sure.
sports superstar to get all the endorsement deals.
Right.
And then he built golf courses. That guy was probably a billionaire when he died. You know what? I bet you Arnold Palmer was a billionaire. Although they say that Tiger Woods was the first sports billionaire from just sports. Michael Jordan's a billionaire. Arnold Palmer was. Tiger Woods is a billionaire. I'm trying to think of one of the car drivers was a billionaire.
Is Tiger Woods a billionaire?
He's definitely a billionaire. There's no doubt about it. If he's not, he's fucking close. He lives a billionaire lifestyle. You know what I mean?
He had 5 different types of drugs in his system.
Yeah, we talked about that. He was all fucked up. Whatever,
I feel bad for the guy. Even though I shouldn't, because fuck him. He's got more money. It's not about the money. Money doesn't buy happiness, obviously.
You know what? But it helps.
Well, it's not.
It helps a little bit.
It beats sleeping in a refrigerator box.
It beats going hungry.
But obviously the guy is not. He's troubled. He made us.
He self-medicates.
Huge-
We all self-medicate.
No.
Does that make
he
us
was on
troubled?
5 different fucking pills when he got pulled over.
Joe, you've never been on 5 different pills at once
No.
ever in your life?
No, I haven't.
Other than today?
No, I haven't.
Come on.
5 different fucking pills, prescription pills.
Hold on, let me think about that. I mean, I take 3 prescriptions, so that's 3
No,
right
no,
there.
we're talking about like 5 pills
that he wasn't supposed to be on. Is what
Yeah,
you're
this
saying.
is.
So none
this
of them
is-
were like Prozac or.
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We're
I thought.
talking like he had some Valium, he had some hydrocodone, he had some oxycodone.
Probably had a little
some
Viagra
fucking-
in there or
I don't
something
know, he had
that he
some
wasn't
fucking,
prescribed for. Oh, I didn't know that. When you said 5,
Yeah.
I thought he was.
He was out of his fucking tits.
I pictured he took like a
was
painkiller and
whacked.
maybe a Xanax or something, and it interacted with everything.
No, like 5 different types of those things
I don't
that
know.
are not supposed to be taken at
I
the
can
same
think
time.
I can think of days in my
Driving
past.
around.
Maybe not pills, but I've definitely
fucking-
been on 5 foreign substances at once, and I've definitely been there.
Yeah, but you're not Tiger Woods. No one gives a fuck if you're doing
Yeah,
it.
right.
Or me, for that matter.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Pretty sure I was drunk on mushrooms, high on pot.
I've probably been there.
Probably
too,
did a
but
little
it
coke.
Doesn't matter.
And that was the days before pills. I'm trying to think now. I've definitely been on a painkiller, a fucking hard dick thing, and a muscle relaxant and Xanax. Oh yeah, man. Maybe not 5, but maybe 4. So I get it. What I'm saying is
Well, you have
it's
room,
not that
you
big
have
of a
room
deal.
to grow, Al.
Let's get it up to 6 or 8. What else can we do? We can trip on acid and
Get
what
some
else?
fucking acid, some speed,
Coke.
coke.
I think Coke's gross, by the way. I think that's the worst out of all of them. I would rather be jacked down on heroin than jacked up
Heroin.
on Coke's
You get
gross.
some heroin.
Heroin and
throw that in.
oxycodone are the same thing, though, right?
Well, not
Technically,
exactly,
they're really the same high.
But they're all, well, they're opiates.
Yeah. It's the same deal. Just more. I don't know. I mean,
The pharmaceutical stuff is synthetic, but it's the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same deal.
Oh, is it really? There's no natural shit in a, I didn't know
No,
that.
you don't
I
have to
know
go to
anything
a pop,
about it.
Well, they can make it without poppies.
So they discovered whatever the formula, the chemical makeup of
And
is,
they can make
and they can make it. I didn't know. See, I'm so unread. You're so well read, Joe.
I'm not.
I didn't know
I don't
that.
read anything.
I thought that they were fucking crushing up
Pay attention
poppies
to
to
this
make
shit.
Percocet.
No, they crush up. They take
Raw material.
they take the poppy shit. That's the heroin, black tar heroin.
Yeah. But what do you mean they take? So what I'm saying is so
Well, they've discovered how to make opiate.
out of raw material,
Yes.
they can
Synthesize.
they can synthesize it out of raw material, and that's all it is, right?
It started with the poppy, and they figured out how to fucking just
Right,
say,
they took the
"Oh, we
poppy
can
apart."
Make this, we can make this chemical structure out of you take some fucking
So-
piss and
So
Fireball.
You know how we before we got
Bud
on,
Light, and
you know-
mix it together and heat it up to 400 degrees.
You know how we got on right
and
before
put
we
some gin in it.
You know how
and it
right
turns
before
into
we-
fucking Percocet.
You know how right before I pressed record, you were fucking buffing me up a little bit and telling me how smart you think I am? I'm not that smart. I thought they fucking crushed up poppies to make Percocet. I really did.
No, that has nothing
that's how
to do with
stupid I am.
smart. It's not stupid. That's
I never.
you didn't know.
Yeah, I just didn't know. Now I know, right? Now I know.
Yeah, no, they make it. It's synthetic. It's
I didn't know
synthetic-
that. That's
it's
how dumb
synthetic
I am.
opiates. It's not dumb. Dumb is 2 + 2 is 5.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Or if you eat sawdust, will you shit out a piece of lumber?
It's funny when you realize.
That's fucking dumb.
It's funny
if
when
you
you
ask that question seriously,
Yeah.
you're dumb.
It's funny when you realize what you don't know. You know what I mean? It's funny when you realize it.
Everyone,
And you don't see. You're looking at me like you don't even know what I'm talking about because you never have
everyone
that.
does not
know a
everyone-
lot, right? That you don't know
everyone-
more than you know. You
Right.
don't know
You
more
don't
than you know.
more than you know.
But it's weird when you find out something that you thought you knew that you don't know.
That
doesn't-
never happens
It
to
happens to me every day.
It
almost
almost
all
never
day,
happens
every
to me.
day. I guess that means I'm still learning every day, right?
Well, I think I just pay attention to stupid fucking trivial shit that
Right.
no one cares about.
By the way, speaking of fucking learning shit that you didn't think you knew about, well, whatever. They call me Big Al at work already.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Have they called you Big Sexy?
No. No one will ever know that I am Big Sexy. No one will ever know. I mean, unless they think that.
Unless
But
they listen to this podcast
No,
and
no.
figure out that's fucking Big Al.
none of those guys are ever going to know about this. At least unless it. Look, I don't want them to know about it until maybe we can make some coin off this. If they find out
That's
about
right.
it after we're getting a check, then that'll
After
be fine.
After you can fucking leave.
I'll tell you what, even if we make 10 grand a week doing this a couple of years from now, I might still be fucking coloring. Although we're so close to doing it on screen now. They enter the plans into the printer in someone's office, and then it downloads into everybody's computer base. And now we have
it's a big
new
scanner.
program. We got a new program, and you go like this, and it's up on your 60-inch monitor, and you press this, and it starts to color the plan.
So you don't have to
And then
color it by hand.
And it integrates automatically into quick bids. But I'm not gonna. I'm like a month or two from me being able to do that because we're working on other.
You'll get there.
I'll get there. But isn't that exciting though? That's kind of exciting. Or no? You have no idea why I'm excited, do you?
I know. I think it is exciting.
Yeah,
I'm,
it's
I'm,
fucking
I'm
exciting.
very happy for you.
You know,
I really am.
yesterday I used algebra, trigonometry, which is whatever. Algebra, trigonometry, other geometry, and crayons. all in the same day. What a great fucking job. You know what I mean?
Well, all that shit comes in handy sometimes.
I got to look up formulas still. I had to look up the fucking formula to find the area of a triangle the other day. I felt like a moron. But at least I knew which formula to look up. You know what I mean?
I don't know if 1/2 base times height.
Exactly. Very good, Joe.
But then again, that only works for
No, it doesn't.
Isosceles.
No,
right?
because any triangle is half of a parallelogram.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Follow what I'm saying?
All right.
You can figure out what the base and height is just with a pencil. Never, you know what I mean? You can make the other half of the parallelogram.
You have to have a mirror image triangle.
You have. It's
in order to do it.
It just has to be a parallelogram. No.
No, you know what I'm saying? If you have
right.
If you draw you've got a triangle.
Mm-hmm.
You draw a line down from the point.
Yep.
To a right angle to the base.
Yeah, right.
And one of the lengths from
even,
left to right is different from right.
That doesn't even have to be a right angle.
No, you draw it down to a right angle because the right angle is important.
No. Right, in the triangle
saying,
I meant. Right, I know what you're saying.
I'm saying to you is that if one of the hypotenuses of the two right angles is a different length, then I don't know if the 1/2 base times height
It
works.
does work.
Does it?
Yeah, just draw a triangle, make a mirror image.
I'm not gonna.
Listen, draw any triangle.
I've lost interest already.
No, you haven't.
I have.
It doesn't matter. What I'm telling you is I thought what you did until I actually did the mirror image thing, and you can figure it out. And if you don't figure it right the fuck out, it's close enough. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be fucking dead nuts.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, you get the idea.
Yeah, that's all. It's just that's the other thing I'm finding. The whole thing, it's not as fucking.
If you get it within an hour or two of the work, or
there's
a gallon or two of paint,
there's no whatever. It's right up my alley. We'll put it that way.
So
do a little math, draw some pictures. It's fun.
Rand Paul lives in a neighborhood. Rand Paul is an ophthalmologist.
Rand Paul, the U.S. Senator from Kentucky,
he was tackled from behind by his neighbor,
Ron Paul,
who is an anesthesiologist. And
his neighbor is an anesthesiologist?
And broke 5 of Rand Paul's ribs.
Wait.
And he's lived next to him for 17 years.
What kind of doctor is Rand Paul again?
Ophthalmologist.
Oh, he's an ophthalmologist. Listen, I know it has nothing to do with it, and I know that his father was Ron Paul, and he ran for government. You could speak from the background. Is Ron Paul from Kentucky too, officially?
Yeah.
Oh, he is. So they're both from Kentucky. All right. And I believe not only that Rand Paul is a doctor, I believe Ron Paul is a doctor as well. Am I correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're all doctors. So this fucking guy tackled Ron Paul, their neighbors. They've known each other. Were they friendly? Were they friendly? I mean, if you live next door to someone, hopefully you're friendly.
Well, it said in the article that they practiced together. You know, so if Ron was doing some surgery, he was knocking the guy out.
Right.
Or, I'm sorry, Rand. Rand was doing something. But he fucking tackled him. But they don't know if it was political or the guy lost his fucking mind. Or...
I do not dislike Rand Paul, by the way. I don't find him... I can't really put my finger on his politics, but that's okay, too, because... I can't put my finger on my own. I can't put my finger on my own. I don't think anyone can put a finger on mine, but he's definitely an interesting dude.
I don't know what he believes in.
Has nothing to do with either his politics or political agendas. A statement by attorney Matthew Baker said, "It was a very regrettable dispute between two neighbors over a matter that most people would regard as trivial." So, and they're both practicing. I didn't realize Rand Paul still had a medical practice. Yeah, so you can go get your eyeglasses from Rand Paul if you want, huh?
You can get your eyeball operated on.
Oh, is that what ophthalmologist means? They can do eye surgery?
He's an eye surgeon.
Oh, he's an eye surgeon. That's what ophthalmology is, as opposed to optometry.
Yes. Rand Paul can operate on your eyeball.
That's fucking awesome, huh? That's some fucking technique involved there.
He's
I
a
bet.
smart dude.
That's got to be harder than operating on a brain. It really does. I mean, a brain, I know it's sensitive and everything, and it's fucking a lot bigger than an eyeball, man.
Well, if you poke the eyeball,
do you ever see somebody lose their eye?
you're not gonna not remember
It's like an
the
egg.
last 30 years of your life.
It's not a marble. It's like an egg. That fucking thing, as soon as it hits the ground, it goes. It doesn't fucking roll around. It's fucking gone once
Eyeballs
it hits.
pop out of people's heads on a regular basis, you know.
Yeah, but they don't hit the ground. They hang a little bit.
Well, yeah, they're hooked
Or
up.
they get to their eye. They get
But
to
you
their
can-
hand.
But you can put it back in.
Yeah. But once it's separated and hits, there's no saving it. It's gone. It can come out and it's attached.
Well, if it's still attached, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know this to be certain.
Well,
Neither
I
one
mean,
of
I've
us-
seen it. Have you seen it? Have you ever seen someone's fucking eye hit the ground and go?
Other than YouTube, no.
It goes away. It's like an egg.
I've never seen it.
It's fun. It's actually fun.
Well, I don't think it's fun for the guy losing his
But
eye.
it's fun to make him lose his eye. You know what I mean?
No.
It is. It's a riot. It's a fucking riot. They do a lot of running and screaming.
And you don't want to be talking on radio about making anybody lose their eyeball.
Did I say I made anyone lose their eyeball? All I said was that it's fun to make someone lose their eyeball. I didn't say I did it. I mean, what the fuck?
Well, how would you know it's fun? You probably feel. No, I know you well enough. You'd feel bad about making somebody lose their eyeball.
Then you don't know me that great. Then I think it's funny. I think it's fucking funny.
So you can leave him as a one-eyed fuck.
That's all.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well-
tonight's the first time that we've done this podcast, and it's dark out when I got here. What a nightmare, huh?
Daylight savings.
Although I'm
baby.
used to, I didn't change my sleep time. I've been getting up at the same Earth time, not fake time. You know,
Right.
I'm even over the weekend.
Don't you have to?
No, because most people. Well, no, because instead of getting up at 5:30 like I was, I'm getting up at 4:30. I'm not getting up at 5:30. I'm getting up and you know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
I'm still getting up at the same
So
time,
like you
so I can go to the gym.
haven't changed your clocks or.
No, my clocks are all changed. I just get
But
up.
you're kind of staying on the clock, the
Yeah.
non-daylight.
But it
savings
gave me
time
the
clock.
hour to go to the gym. You follow what I'm
Right,
saying?
yes.
It's pretty cool.
Understood.
The only problem is if I've told you before, my fucking wife refuses to let me sleep. So like, I got to be
Why don't
asleep.
you make her lose an
and
eyeball?
she fucking bangs into work a lot. So she had banged, or she went home sick or something yesterday, and I had designs on being asleep at 8, at least until she got home at 10:30. Say hello, go back to bed. She was fucking home, so I make myself some soup or do a little housework. Now she wants to watch TV. I'm like, I want to go to fucking bed, but she's home, so I got to fucking stay up. We end up staying up till 11:30. I'm fucking tired, Joe. That's all I'm saying. I'm tired, and I got some good rest this weekend, by the way.
You did.
Yeah, awesome. Because like I said, I got up, still got up at the same time, but I fucking, I had a little brekkie. I actually relaxed and watched an early soccer game. Fucking, you know what I mean? And then smoke a little herb, go back to bed for 2 or 3 hours. It was a good weekend. I would say between Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, I got about 30 hours sleep. That's not bad.
30 hours of sleep is good.
In 3 nights, that's pretty good. When I used to do that, used to be a week for me. You know what I mean?
That
Back
would
in
be
the
like
old days.
10 hours a night.
Yeah, but like one night was 12. One night, it doesn't matter. It was great. It was a good weekend. What I'm saying is I had a good weekend. I didn't have any time to put in to think who my nominee is for because we do this on the weekend. We think about who we want to die, but they have to watch their children die of leukemia first. Put any thought into that this weekend?
You know, I just haven't been running across anybody that I can't stand that much.
Yeah.
Although I think I get worked up enough. I'm looking at this. I didn't realize it's this far along. In major Supreme Court case, Justice Department sides with Baker, who refused to make wedding cakes. So the Justice Department, the Trump Justice Department, filed a brief with the Supreme Court saying that they don't find this a violation of somebody's. It violated the Colorado Anti-Discrimination Act by refusing to create a cake to celebrate the marriage of. Oh no! Wait a minute. This is different.
Yeah, I mean, it
Well,
sounds
this is between two dudes.
so it's the same thing, but a different
Yeah,
incident.
it's not. The other one was two broads. I think it was Illinois.
Again, it's just stupid. I
And
mean, if you don't want to fucking make that cake, you shouldn't have to. Go to another bakery, people. You know what I mean?
And quite frankly,
most
if it
gay
were me,
and
I
most
just,
gay
I
couples
just
would.
make the fucking cake. Or
Oh, because you don't want to get fined?
no.
Well, you'd make it because you don't care. You don't have religious beliefs like that. You have
No,
beliefs.
no,
you have
here's what
beliefs
I would do.
and thoughts and
Say-
feelings, but
say
you don't
I
have
really-
religious beliefs.
You have to understand. You got to do this.
I love when you say that to me, by the way. You have to understand.
You
I
have to
love that.
understand. You
I love
don't
it.
want to be. You have to be smart about this. It's like when you're going to rent a place out to somebody. You can't say, "Well, honey, I can't rent my place out to you because every one of your children looks like they came from fucking a different father." You can't say that.
You got a bunch of half-breeds, honey.
What you say is, about a half an hour ago, I took an application, but let me take your name and number, and if this doesn't pan out, I'll give you a call. Knowing full well that I will never, ever fucking call you.
Right.
So what you can do with the cake is you can say, I'd be happy to make that cake for you.
Yeah.
It will be
Right.
$11,000.
Exactly. That's kind of like when you pull up and you're bidding on a job and
Right.
you
So
go,
you say,
oh my God.
it'll be now.
That'll
do you
be
want-
10 grand.
Do you want that in a color other than white? Oh, you want orange? Nope, that's $13,000.
Yeah, right. That'll be extra.
Oh, 4 layers?
Yeah, but then isn't that
$27,000.
that's technically price gouging? And isn't there some sort of statute about price
You
gouging
can charge whatever you want,
at any time? I mean,
unless you have some sort of a fucking every wedding cake $100.
isn't that the same thing as though like Lowe's in Houston charging $49 for a case of water?
No, because that's taking advantage of a.
No, that's supply and
natural-
demand. That's called supply and
natural
demand.
disaster.
It's called supply and demand. We only have this many left, and people are buying them. We're going to charge more for
this
them
is a good. It's a good
because we're going to
topic.
run out of stock. We're going to run out of stock.
So, all right. Remember that the hurricane in New Jersey?
Yeah, whatever.
Hurricane is Sandy.
Yeah.
All right. So some enterprising young people got a U-Haul truck. They went somewhere. They bought like fucking 24 generators, drove them to New Jersey, and were like selling them for $5,000 a piece. And they got stopped for price gouging, and they took all their generators away. Mm-hmm. Now I say, what the fuck's wrong with that? If you don't have a generator and the storm comes and you want to pay $5,000, what gives you a right to fucking have to pay like retail?
Yeah, same with water.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not talking about capitalism. I'm talking about like there's this strange idea that we all have to, Do you think the fucking cops that are out there doing details aren't getting paid?
Well, they're getting paid more.
Of course they are. They're getting fucking overtime.
They're getting time and a half. Or
So
whatever.
how come these cops aren't? How come these cops and all these fucking other assholes, these civil fucking servants, how come they don't get charged with price gouging just because their service is needed?
Right.
Do you follow what I'm saying?
Oh fuck yeah! It's not just needed. It's
They should
by the
be
way, the
working
whole
for fucking free.
well, the whole traffic directing. Somebody else should be there. You don't need to make overtime to direct traffic when
No,
some
I'm talking
fucking
about-
guy can have
Look,
full time
if a guy-
job and health insurance
if
and
a
$20
guy-
an hour to direct traffic. You don't need to be a cop to direct traffic.
The
It's
cop
stupid.
that-
It's the only place in the country,
cop
by the
that
way.
takes away the guy's generators is making double time
Right.
because he worked, 13 seconds over 8 hours or something.
Yeah, and never mind. Right, I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
And the price gouging
fuck
isn't
you.
right.
You're price gouging, you
The
fucking
price
pig.
gouging isn't just his time and a half and his double time and a half. It's his fucking benefits as well. His fucking 100% health care insurance after he's fucking
So
retired and
if
all that
you
bullshit.
make the effort to go and
So-
get a bunch
such
of generators and you bring them to a place where they need generators, then you let the market bear it out, right?
Yeah, well, we all
What's
know.
wrong with that?
Yeah, I know.
Now, you could be called, it's kind of a scum thing to do, but
That's it. It's the same thing with water. It's the same thing I was just talking about. Speaking of cops, however, and
what do
we
you
all,
mean? Now, what happened with what? Was somebody gouging with water?
like I said, Lowe's in Houston during the hurricane, they were running out of water, so because they were about to run out of stock, they were charging $49 for a $5 case of water.
And $70 a sheet for a sheet of plywood?
Well, I'm sure that they might have sold out of that before it was time to mark it up. You know what I mean? They probably couldn't have fucking kept the shit in stock anyway. I don't know.
Probably not.
I mean, how much fucking plywood do they got? I mean, it looks like a lot, but when you really boil down to it, there's not that much fucking plywood there. You know what I mean? They're gonna run out of
Couple
plywood
hundred
quick.
sheets. That's
Yeah,
it.
I mean, and that's the shit that's on the shelves because some of it comes off the truck and onto the other delivery truck. It doesn't even make it into the store. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Speaking of cops, and we all know that I'm not a fucking huge fan of. It's not the idea of police. It's the people who fucking become police. Fucking annoy me.
I hate the Massachusetts State Police.
I understand that, but however, and I don't know where in
I'll
America
take all other police departments
that's documented.
on person-to-person basis.
You like to torture those guys.
I fucking hate the Massachusetts
You
State Police.
figured out a way to actually fuck with the police, and they cannot fuck back with you. It's amazing. You're an amazing individual. I mean,
Oh, no, they can fuck with you.
no, but I know, but they seriously you got to admit. Tell me this. Either agree or disagree. The fucking satisfaction that you derive from making their lives miserable is akin to fucking high sexual satisfaction. It might be better, right?
Well, I did what every American should do. When some little midget fucking cop pulls you over, he didn't even pull me over. He pulled a friend of mine over who had my vehicle,
Pulling your trailer.
pulling my trailer, and went on to torture this individual, my friend.
The trailer was all legal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's missing some fucking lug nuts or something.
And some documentation or something.
And you know what? I don't have any problem with them. No, all the documentation was there.
Oh, all right.
So if the cop just said, "Hey, you know what? This trailer's not legal. You got to pull it over there and take the trailer off," and it was no fucking.
I was so hoping we would talk about this on the podcast one day. Go, baby, go. This is the best story ever.
Well, no. If there was no, if there was a problem, if something's illegal, have them fucking pull the trailer, tow it, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect the driver of the vehicle. And this little midget fuck disrespected my buddy, and well, things didn't go. I sent him a letter that said he should fuck his mother in the ass, and
Were you actually on the phone with your buddy during the pullover, too?
well, I did call because I called the state police barracks to find out why this fucking guy is torturing my pal, because it was right around.
In real time, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I sent him. The real funny thing is, I sent him a On 2 different occasions, I sent him a pink step stool. I believe it was
I thought it was Minnie Mouse or something.
It was a pink step stool. It was like a Power Rangers or something like that. You know, because he was short.
The
And
Pink Power Ranger. I think that's what it was.
yeah, some sort of step stool. And then I sent him some elevator shoes, delivered it right to the state police barracks. Now, the funniest thing is 2 detectives showed up at my house from the state police. And they're like,
Were they in plain clothes or were they uniform?
well, one guy was just getting off a detail. And then he immediately said, well, you know, because I was sending these to the, well, apparently, or at least this is what they said, when I sent the fucking pink step stool and the elevator shoes to the state cop at the barracks, they had to have the bomb squad come in.
Oh, shit, son. Why did they have to have the bomb
I don't
squad
know.
come in? Just because it was a package? Did you have a return address on it?
I had it
Probably
shipped
not.
from fucking Amazon.
Oh, right. All right. There it is.
Amazon's not shipping bombs.
Yeah, right. That's funny.
So,
They're like, let's see, how much? How
well, we had to have the bomb squad. So I
how
said,
can
let
we
me get
incur
this.
more cost?
Let me get this straight. So, the fucking guy with the bomb suit went out and pulled a fucking pink step stool out while all the cops are watching him, and it's for this fucking little midget. I'm saying that it just doesn't get any better. Walt, that costs taxpayers money. This is the uniform cop
Right.
who's up with a fucking
Yeah, right.
machine gun at the airport.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who wastes more money, me or you?
Yeah, right.
You fucking useless piece of shit. Fuck the Massachusetts State Police. That's
Yeah.
what I have to say.
Yeah, well.
And fuck their mothers in the ass.
There was some local cops somewhere in
Fuck them. Bunch of assholes.
somewhere USA,
Suck
hometown.
my balls.
I got it. Somewhere USA.
Do you get the feeling I fucking can't stand those pricks?
Look, I don't like them either. I just,
No one likes them because they suck.
yeah, I'm not a fan.
Over fucking paid scum.
Yeah,
Highway patrol.
they're definitely
douchebags.
Yeah, that's all they are. That's really what they are. They're glorified highway patrol. Although they
I
got
like
a detective division, but whatever.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them too.
Yeah.
You know what? Get rid of the whole bunch of them.
Talking to that
Start
microphone,
over.
will you? I'm begging you.
Huh? Talk into the microphone?
Yeah, that's better.
Well, and the other thing, but the local cops are pretty good.
Yeah.
So, you know, you gotta pick and choose which cops you hate.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying, and I heard this story on the way, and I was hoping it would come up. We all know that I have a well-documented displeasure for most people who become, for people who are cops. It's just fucked. But I heard a feel-good story today.
Well, there's some good cops out there, though.
And this was local hometown USA. I don't
None
know
of them
where
are
it
the
was.
state police.
I think it was Home City, USA, but it was the police got called for a shoplifting deal at a supermarket, and they ended up not arresting the woman who was shoplifting because she was fucking broke and she had to feed her kids.
Did they shoot her in the back or
No,
anything?
what they did was they spent they pulled $140 out of their respective wallets, the two of them, and they bought her fucking groceries for the week.
Now that is exemplary.
That's what cops are supposed to be.
Well,
You know what
no,
I mean?
they're not supposed to spend their own money,
No,
but
no,
that
but-
is a wonderful thing.
How about $70 each? That's what they both got for 1 hour of fucking Mickey Mouse fucking waving traffic that someone could be doing for $20 an hour and have fucking health care and a job.
Were these Massachusetts?
I don't know. It was local. It was.
You got to understand.
I did not make note. It was local police, but I believe it was a city somewhere in America. It doesn't matter where it was. That is.
Oh, no, it does, Matt. Because you have to understand
It could be
something.
anywhere, though, Joe.
We're in Massachusetts. We are
It's
in Massachusetts.
definitely not a Massachusetts
You
story.
go to Alabama, and I believe your average local cop is making $23,000 a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but. Well, yeah, I was
they
just
don't
going to
have a
say in the
good
city, but I
union
think
and-
city cops make less than town cops, actually. So, like Plymouth police make more than Boston police, is what I'm saying, to start.
I don't think so.
Or maybe they all make the same. Do you think they all make the same?
No, I think the Plymouth police make less than Boston cops.
You think that someone right out of the academy or whatever the fuck? See, again, I'm talking out my
I
ass
think
because
so.
I don't know how. I don't know. I have no clue
I have
how you
no
become
idea.
a cop. But I thought, like, say, like your average New York City cop in his first year is making like 28 or 29 grand.
I have no
But
idea.
your average Plymouth cop makes like 35, 36 grand to start. And they go up rapidly because, you know, once you're around, you start getting the details and all that.
I don't know. I think you're wrong.
Okay,
I think
could
a
be.
New York City cop probably makes 60 grand to start, and a town cop probably makes 45.
Yeah.
It's an
fine.
absolute complete guess. I have no fucking idea. I have no idea.
No, push it up a little. That way, when you do that, that's good. That'll be fine.
I have
You
no
don't have to
idea.
lean into it. It's just it was getting low.
So, but that's enough with the police. We don't want. I don't hate the police.
No,
I hate the
Well, I do.
Massachusetts State Police.
I hate most of them. I'm sorry
And
to say.
usually, and I haven't had good experiences with the ones I've been pulled over from anywhere. And I am
have.
very respectful.
How many times you've been arrested? Just twice?
Twice.
And both for the same thing. I've been arrested once for the same thing.
No, I got arrested for stealing a bar stool.
I thought don't you have 2 DUIs?
No, I have one.
You're a 2-time offender, but you have one.
Stealing a bar stool and a DUI.
Where'd you steal the bar stool
No,
up at
but
Amherst?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about traffic stops, which lately I haven't had any.
Yeah.
Like in the past 15
That's
years.
a good thing.
But
Because you don't go anywhere, Joe. You don't leave the fucking house.
I don't
How you
wanna-
gonna get a ticket when you don't drive anywhere?
I don't want to deal with the police.
I mean, you might leave the house 4 times a week, maybe.
I left today. I had to go dig today.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, you worked the machine, the big excavator,
Fucking yeah. Big
a
excavator.
new septic somewhere
Backfilling a foundation and filling
at the one that's going on now.
Old Sandwich Road.
Oh, you got another one. Oh, I didn't know you had another foundation.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, that's good.
We're
Good for
fucking
you.
cooking.
Good for you, man.
Cooking.
Good for you. And you met with my friend Fran
I haven't
via
met
email?
him, but I've talked to him.
Oh, you still haven't met
No,
him?
actually, I haven't talked
You
to
have
him.
met, by the way, but
I've texted him. Yeah, we played golf together.
yeah,
On
and
one of those tournaments. That
and
I
you saw
had.
each other at a party or two at my pad, but
So Fran's all set. His price was perfect. And
yeah, I knew it would be right there. I didn't consult with him, but he gave me a call and asked me
As
what
a
I
matter
think,
of
and I
fact,
told him he was
might
right
have gone
there.
in and sprayed today.
No, because he thought that you were concerned about the dryness of the plaster, which I agreed. He and I have different.
Well, I said
That's
to
the
him,
only thing he and I
I
systematically
wasn't concerned.
do. Yeah,
I
yeah.
said he might be concerned.
He and I, that's the only thing systematically that we disagree on. If it's his job, he likes to do the initial spray on plaster before the finish guy, and I like to do it after the finish guy. So that's the only thing we disagree on. It's fine both ways. I just like to.
Well, if you do it after the finish work, then you're guaranteed that the plaster is dry.
Well, yeah, and maybe we worked that out, you and I together 20 years ago when we started all this production painting shit with the new houses.
Because when you
'cause
paint wet
yeah.
plaster and it goes into the corners,
Sucks.
it's fucking awful.
Well, yeah, it runs down the walls. Remember we
Yes.
ran into that. You know what I mean?
In
At
this
the beginning.
house, actually. Remember, we painted this house.
Oh, did
'Cause
that
was-
happen here?
Yeah.
Oh, but it's because you had stained fucking wood that was going on afterward anyway.
Right.
So I did it immediately.
And I
You're
was
right.
spraying too. You and I were spraying together.
That's right. You did spray here, didn't you? Because I had
And I
multiple
made a
machines.
fucking mess too.
It's back when I had multiple machines. Back when I was So wait. How long has this house been here? Is it 15 years already?
It'll be
It was in the height of my fucking paint contractor nest.
16, past 16 years in September.
So that's when I owned 4 machines and fucking had
this
10
was
guys. and
September 2001.
4 vans and yeah, all right.
Yeah, you had like
Had a lot of guys going, and you still wanted to spray. I remember that was funny, and you made me give you like $200 off. I want you to
I don't remember that.
I want you to deduct $200.
I just wanted to spray.
Yeah, it was
see
fun.
what it was like.
It was fun, and
Fucking shit dripping all over the place.
yeah, and there were a couple beers in you too. Believe me.
Yeah, like 50.
Yeah, you started
And they
spraying.
weren't select
It was,
55s.
you started spraying at 4:00 in the afternoon. So you know that nothing good was happening.
Right when it's getting dark out.
No, What? No, because
No, it was still.
it was
September.
the end of the summer. Yeah, it was September. I
Well,
remember.
no, it wasn't September. It was early. It was midsummer. Because I moved in
You're
here.
right.
in
You're
September.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's a fucking right. Hey, we've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes. We're gonna take a quick break. Is that okay with you, buddy?
I don't see why not.
All right. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
Reaching for the Bible like a junkie for the needle. Reaching for the Bible like a junkie for the needle. Fucked up fundamentally, you're fucked up. Leaning on your church like a cripple on a crutch. There's a white devil among us. There's a white devil among us. There's a white devil among us. There's a white devil in office. Yeah. Your blind faith has left you unforgiven. Wielding a religion as if it were a weapon. Fucked up fundamentally, you're fucked up. Letting your pockets to deceive the believing flock. There's a white devil among us. There's a white devil among us. There's a white devil among us. Walking on the right side.
All right, everybody. That was the longest break ever, and as always, Joe and I talked for almost 20 minutes, and every bit of it should have been on fucking tape.
That's
You know
a-
what? We got to catch up with each
That's
other
a
as
lie.
well.
Al went and took a big fucking shit.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I'll tell you right
and
now.
it fucking stinks.
No,
I'll tell you, man.
I'm constipated. The whole stinks thing is right, but no, I'm constipated right now. I'm back on my eating
Just tell him you took a shit.
I'm back on that crazy eating regimen, like
Yes.
1,100 calories a day, and it's so high in protein. I'm not eating enough lettuce
Dropping little round fucking
and fruit.
bombs.
It sucks. I cannot fucking make a fucking big turd. Right. It's only because the thing is when you're eating quote unquote right, you're not eating right. You know what I mean? You're supposed
Right.
to eat what you want to eat. But the thing is here's my thing. I'm in that 5-year cycle where I'm losing weight, right? I'm down. You might not be able to tell. I'm down like 35 pounds in a
no,
month.
you are. I can tell.
And I got 70 more to go. I've done it before. I've never lost 100, but I lost 85 last time. This time I have to lose 100 because I was heavier than ever.
You did. You got really big.
Again, right? But
I
still,
thought you might have been having fucking triplets. I thought.
Here's the thing, though.
I thought Cat might have bent you over.
I still got all the. You know what?
and
That's
put
funny.
the evil seed in your
That's
ass.
funny that you say that because whenever I bend over or I'm doing the dishes or something, if she can sneak up from behind me, she grabs me by the hips and air fucks my ass. That's her thing. She's like, and I'm like, do it.
Well, I must give her practice for when she puts the actual strap on.
No, there's none of that. Believe
And
me.
it gives you the old fucking.
My personal rectum
The
hole
woman
is an
that-
exit only.
The woman that was. All right, let's get out of this uncomfortable thing and go somewhere else. So, who are we going to talk about?
Well, did you see that Kevin Spacey is fucked? He's just fucked.
No, what did Kevin do now?
Well, no. Well, you know about the whole everybody is accusing him of sexual harassment. They shut down the show. The show is done. It's not just
Well, now,
it's
wait a
just
minute.
not postponed. It's done. It's done. And he fucking lost he lost his membership in like SAG or something.
the last time.
he's fucked.
The last.
He had they shut down. He had a fucking biopic
Stop it.
They had a biopic of Gore.
Stop it for a second.
He's fucked.
Stop it. So, the last thing that I knew about, there was a 14-year-old, there was a person who said when they were 14 that Kevin made a move or something on him. And then Kevin Spacey came out and said that he was gay. I guess that was he came out of the closet. Is that correct? That's the last.
Well, Kevin Spacey finally, everyone knew it was like they knew it's like, oh, Richard Simmons is gay. Oh, Liberace is gay. It's the same thing. Everyone knows he's gay, but he officially came out of the closet when all this. I mean, he's only been out of the closet for a week.
Right, but in the week's time, I haven't paid any attention. So you're saying like a whole
Oh, it's Harvey Weinstein like.
No shit.
Down to casting couch shit, everything. He's very handsy. He's handsy.
Has he been going
and
after
mouthy?
Women? Men?
No. Just men. Men and men only.
Oh, okay.
Men and men only. He's fucked. House of Cards is all done. And he had a...
That's so... It's
had
so sad because he's a fucking great actor.
Yeah, but when you think about it...
But
he plays creeps. And he's a creep. So maybe he's not that great an actor. Maybe he's just a fucking creep who happens to get some acting job.
Well, I don't know. He's a great actor.
Well, he's a great, he does stage shit too. He doesn't just do, anyone who, that's a craftsman thing. You ain't getting paid to be fucking on stage. 21?
Where 21? He plays an MIT professor.
Oh yeah, of course.
They go out to Vegas.
Yeah, and they playing blackjack, right?
I thought that was a great movie.
Yeah, I read the book that was based on. By the way, I can't remember what the name of the book is. It's not 21. It's something else. It's like fucking Las Vegas or something. I read the book before the movie came out, and I saw the movie. And not only was the movie a good rendition of the book, it was a good movie. I agree with you, but I don't think that his particular performance was...
He's been in a lot of
maybe
good
it was
movies.
Beautiful in its understatement. I mean,
He's been in a lot of good movies.
Yeah, a ton of them. The first and foremost was the one with Benicio del Toro. Oh, Suspects. Usual Suspects is probably... Oh, and then didn't he win an Academy Award for... Well, here's the fucking thing. He played a sexual predator by definition in American Beauty. Right? The whole Lolita thing. I mean, it was with a fucking member of the opposite sex, but it was still kind of a predatory role, don't you think?
All right. Fuck this Kevin Spacey.
Why? You wanted to talk about it, and now what did you
No,
find?
because
What could possibly be more interesting?
I just found something fucking way more important.
Oh, my God. It better be good, Joe.
Fabulous wrestler Ric Flair
No.
has had sex with 10,000 women.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course he has. I thought you were going to tell me he was dead. That would suck.
No, he's still fucking alive and
He
kicking.
could be my dad. He must be 70, 71 years old. Does it say?
10,000 women.
He's like Will Chamberlain.
Wasn't it?
Will Chamberlain was 30,000.
What was his ravishing Ric Flair or something like that?
No, the Nature Boy. Woo! He was the original Nature Boy. Yeah.
30 for 30.
He was an interesting cat because back in the day...
He's not looking good. He's got some fucking scabs on his forehead.
Well, he's fucking
like
70
mine.
years old. He's 70. He's 70. You're 55 or 4.
No, but he looks fucking terrible.
He's fucking 70, and he's been a
No, but I'm saying he looks...
pro athlete his whole life.
He's probably been...
He's fucked.
How many times can you hit yourself on the forehead with
I actually
a stapler
I saw him
I
saw him at Logan Airport once, but it had to be... I think it was when me, my brother, Dave, and Steve Peck went... It had to be 30 years ago. Jesus, I saw him 30 years ago, so he was probably only in his early 40s.
Ravishing Ric Flair.
Yeah,
I forget
wasn't much of that because there was another guy ravishing.
Nature Boy.
The interesting thing about Ric Flair is he was popular with the other promotion before Vince McMahon owned all the major promotions because he bought them all up eventually.
Right.
Ric Flair was the champion and face of the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, which was a competing show with Vince. Like they're basically circuses. You know what I mean? They're basically a traveling circus, except they do one night in a city, not 9 or 10 like Barnum's. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's the type of business that pro wrestling is. It's a circus. It travels from city to city, and the NWA in Ric Flair's heyday was a competing promotion with Vince in the well, it was the WWF, the World Wrestling Federation back then, and it became World Wrestling Entertainment because the World Wildlife Fund was also the WWF, and they sued because they were around first. This is just whatever.
All right. I got you.
But Ric Flair ended up working for Vince McMahon, and I'm not sure if it was before or after Vince bought everything up, because his contract was at least up with NWA, and then he was a star in the WWF for a while, and then Vince owned everything anyway. The only reason why I know all this is I'm not a huge pro wrestling fan anymore, but as a kid, my dad and his buddy brought me and my brothers to the Boston Garden once, and we were kids. I was like 10, and it was awesome. And it was like we walked into the garden, and there were motherfuckers fucking rolling around on the floor, fucking pummeling each other. And my father's buddy Mike Gallagher from fucking right out of Ireland. Mike Gallagher was like, they're just having fun, don't worry. And they bring us up in the garden, and the whole fucking place is smoke filled. And a dude, you ever heard the fucking expression Andre the Giant?
Yeah.
Andre the Giant and Ivan Polish Power Putski were fucking tag teaming against fucking the Ventura brothers or someone like that. And then later Bob Backlund, who was the new champ, he beat San Martino. He's fighting the Iron Sheik. We were kids. It was awesome.
Do you know they were at Memorial Hall?
Listen, that's part of my fucking story. They were at Memorial.
Did you get through this?
We went to every show.
Jesus.
So what I'm saying is I know a lot about this.
What are you saying?
I know a lot about this because when I was a kid...
Have you dreamed of having sex with a professional wrestler?
No, I'm saying I know a lot about it because not because I watch wrestling, but I pay attention
Would you like to get naked?
I became interested in the business of wrestling, and I followed the business.
Would you like to wrestle Jesse Jackson?
And I'll never forget the day when it dawned on me, or that I realized, it was just like someone telling you there's no Santa Claus and there's no Easter Bunny. Wrestling is fake. It's fake. But it's showbiz.
It's not fake.
And that's when I stopped watching.
That's real blood.
No, it isn't. That's when I stopped watching it.
Hey.
But I still follow
remember John Stossel called, what was that guy's name there?
Bob Jones.
No.
What are you talking about?
John Stossel said to, I forget his fucking name. He was a wrestler.
Hulk Hogan.
No, it was...
Jerry the King Lawler.
Yes.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That was a weird guess.
Jerry Lawler, perfect. Jerry Lawler, he said, well, wrestling's fake. And he fucking slammed him in the head, and he goes, how fake does that feel?
Yeah, right. No. What's
that was
fake,
so fucking funny.
What's fake is that they hate each other and that they're competing.
Oh, of course. Well,
what's real is that they're
but they're
athletes
really
and
putting
that they're
fucking
performing.
staples into their head.
Yeah. A lot. Definitely.
And when they fall on some tacks,
it's like the
tacks, and when they hit them with a fucking chair,
it's like
it hurts.
In a way, it's like the earlier version of Jackass. You know what I mean? It's like those guys are really stapling each other, and so are those guys. You know what I mean?
The showmanship, of who the bad guy is and who the good guy is might be fake. But if you say that there's not some athleticism there, then you're full of shit.
They're obviously athletes, but they're more. They're athletes like ballet dancers are athletes. They're not athletes like football players are athletes. They're in top physical condition.
Well, it's not a game.
They work out every day, all day, other than show night. You know what I mean? And yeah, they're athletes, but they're more like a ballet dancer.
They're not trying to move a ball down a line.
They're not interested in throwing the ball in a net or kicking it into a net or crossing a plate.
It's athletic entertainment.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But you have to be an athlete.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of guys
to do it.
Yeah. There's some big fat motherfuckers,
Well,
but they're athletes too.
Fat.
Again, I'm a big fat motherfucker, and I probably could have been a pro wrestler. Let's face it. I'm big enough. B, I'm sexy enough, and C, people like me.
I don't think you're dumb enough. Well, I shouldn't say that though.
I don't think those guys are dumb, dude.
Hulk Hogan's
a driven dude.
Very smart.
Although apparently his finances ain't what it used to be.
Hey, a journalist has accused Jesse Jackson of sexual harassment.
Oh, well, isn't that special? Please tell me more.
Well,
while I pee,
it says
get a drink.
Grabbed somebody's thigh and supposedly said, "I like all of that right there."
Oh no, was this recently?
Well, today.
No.
Well, it came out today.
It came out today, but did it happen recently?
I don't know. I haven't clicked to read.
You could definitely see old Jesse from, pre-presidential run, grabbing him some ass and saying, let's go. Although it seems that these guys, the older they get, the more fucking liberal, so to speak, they are about grabbing people. You know what I mean?
Like George Bush Sr.
Well, yeah, I mean, and he ain't no
He's
liberal.
93 and he's grabbing fucking ass left and right out of the wheelchair.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the older you get, maybe the perviness comes out more.
Well, have you ever heard of the term
how-
dirty old man?
Yeah, but see, I always thought.
Hey, Al Gore's lawyer
That's funny.
plots to discredit Harvey accusers.
Now listen, hold on. I got a thought here. The whole dirty old man thing. I used to think that it was just. It's not that you became dirtier. It was just that because you're an old man, it stood out more that you're dirty. But now that I am an old man and a dirty old man, I know that's not the case. So I'm agreeing with
Oh,
you.
you're not going to be grabbing any women by the
No, well, I
balls.
don't grab anybody,
Or ass.
but I definitely
I'm
got
not gonna
dirty
do that
thoughts.
either.
I definitely have dirty thoughts.
All people have dirty thoughts.
But I think mine are more vivid than they used to be.
Well, that's fine.
I mean, especially like today.
Hey, 5 more women accused Polanski of assault.
Oh.
I think there is a.
Like,
I think I got to get on this bandwagon and declare that Harvey Weinstein forcibly fucked me in the ass.
why not? It'll get the podcast noticed.
Well, maybe I can get some dough out of this.
Yeah, right. That's
it
what
looks
I'm saying.
like everybody's jumping on the fucking bandwagon
A,
here.
you'll get kind of right in the news, and B, we'll get some fucking financial backing to really get this fucking
Yeah.
thing noticed anyway. Because I'm finding that it takes money to get shit noticed, by the way.
Look.
Unless you're already fucking affiliated with someone like Adam Carolla or something. It's going to take a little money to get noticed. And
Hey.
we'll get noticed, and there'll be a return. But you know what I'm saying?
Weinstein's going to be indicted
Oh, I got Harvey stuff to talk about.
indictment next week.
So, old Harvey, it turns
He
out...
raped somebody twice.
I mean,
apparently.
well, who hasn't? But Harvey hired an elite intelligence agency called, I think it's Black Cube or Black Hand. Black Hand? No, that's Godfather. Black Cube. He hired this fucking elite intelligence agency, a private agency, to target Rose McGowan and like reporters.
Yes, I read that.
And they, clandestinely were investigating reporters who were covering the story to hopefully clandestinely glean some sort of semblance of, they're getting intelligence because they want to know what's about to happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that says a lot of things. First of all, it says that old Harvey's got some fucking cash. You know what I mean? He's got some fucking serious money flow going on.
Of course.
Well, he doesn't have flow going on right now.
He's a rich dude.
Flow is the wrong word. You know what I'm saying. He's got some fucking money in the bank. If he can be hiring, I mean, that's got to be a multi-million-dollar fucking bill, And by the way, we've never talked about this on the air. As someone who used to work for a PI firm, I worked for a couple different firms, and I was licensed myself to do the work. But I worked for, and I'm not going to say the name of the agency, but you remember when I went to Dallas to do some shit, right?
JFK?
No. We were hired by a billionaire money fucking handler
Yeah.
to follow his fucking girlfriend.
remember that.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, I know what the bill was for that. I know what I got paid, and I got paid fucking handsomely for 2.5 days work. And I know what those other guys got paid. So there's got this big money in this. You know what I mean? And when they say, private intelligence firm, it's basically a PI firm, who specialize in that shit. Again, it's probably all who you know and all that. But
Right.
again, that was the fun part of being a PI. But mostly what I did, if you remember, was insurance surveillance, which is just soul-sucking work. You know what I
Right.
mean? Some poor prick who's out on a disability or workman's comp claim, and
He just
fucking, you're taking pictures, you're fucking videotaping him working on his fucking transmission while his kids are running around in and out of the fucking camera.
never
It just
wants to
sucked.
work again.
Well, it just dawned on me one day. I'm like, you know what? This is a great job. And I actually had on my taxes, I was a PI for 2 or 3 years, not a painting contractor. You know what I mean? I had to actually claim all that money because it was legit money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, again, that was a fun job and everything, but the part that was fun was when you're working privately for someone or doing doing document research. I thought that was a lot of fun. That might be kind of the fucking.
Hey, listen, Paz de la Huerta, who I've never heard of before.
Look at her. She looks like a guy, by the way. Look at her face. I don't have a picture in front of me, but I know what you're talking about. That's a man, baby.
Well, I don't want to be saying bad things about Paz.
That's all right. Oh, I'm sure she's a lovely girl, but man, she looks like a man, baby. That's a man. Little eyeshadow, Paz. Little eyeshadow, honey. That
She
you
is
look
a
better.
little
Manly.
I don't know.
She looks like a tranny.
manly.
Say it. Say it. She looks like a tranny.
Well, if someone said she used to be a man,
Is it Paz de la Huerta?
yes. Paz was raped twice in 2010 by Harvey in the New York
Wait.
NYPD.
Allegedly raped.
Allegedly raped twice by Harvey, and the NYPD were building a case. They were going to arrest him
Before he what?
before he was indicted, and the district attorney,
Told him to lay off?
yeah.
Wow, man. So why
I
can't
think
you have
Harvey
multiple?
is-
Why can't you have multiple shit going? Why can't he be
Harvey's-
locally arrested
I
and
think
fucking?
there's a chance Harvey might actually go to jail.
I think he needs to go to France. Is what I think. He's
He
gonna
better-
need.
I think it's time to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what? Just hit that fucking escape button. Go to France. You can get a fucking, get into one of Polanski's bedrooms for a while.
Oh God, that's another one. That guy. Well, hey, Woody Allen is still living in New York City. What the fuck? And he's a known fucking pedophile. Never mind a rapist.
He's not a pedophile.
Of course he is.
No, he's not.
Of course he is. Why, you don't believe what they all have to say about? I mean, again,
Oh, wait a minute.
he's an alleged pedophile.
See, I don't know. I never heard. Are you talking about the Sung Yi or Sung Yi?
Well,
or
no, I mean he's married to her
Sung-no,
now,
or-
but when he met her,
I mean, it's certainly weird to marry your
He had-
adopted daughter or whatever the fuck it is. But she was of age, right? When they ran off.
yeah, but there was other shit.
And come on, let's face it. Mia Farrow has to be a fucking pain in the ass.
She does, but that's a good looking lady.
Yeah,
man.
but you know what? She
That's
was
a
kinda getting
pretty
old and-
woman.
And
She wasn't that old when this was all going down. She was
Well,
in her
you know
late
what?
40s, early 50s. This was we're talking fucking almost. It's got to be 25, almost 30 years ago. all
right.
this
He's
shit
still with Sung Yi or
happened.
whatever
and
the fuck.
And she's 100. No,
Well,
she's
and-
younger than me. She's younger than me.
And maybe they'll adopt a kid and he'll marry that one.
Oh my god.
I don't know. But I've never heard that Woody Allen was any kind of a pedophile.
All right, listen.
But are there rumors out there that
No.
he likes to fuck
No,
kids?
there was a whole thing. He had an inappropriate relationship with a couple of his fucking adopted children, because he had adopted children with Mia, and I think he had step adopted children as well, and some male and some female.
Aren't you allowed to rape those as part of taking them in?
Well, I mean, does fingering include rape?
Well,
I don't know. I'm just being funny. Of course, fingering is included in rape.
maybe he was just like trying to make
digital
them comfortable.
What's the difference between digital insertion and penile insertion? There's no difference.
Of course, it's
right?
rape. You can't
Yeah, right.
fucking
It's fucking-
finger
of
a
course.
5-year-old.
Listen, this is
Well,
what
it's pedophilia if they're underage.
this is what I'm going to do on the Woody Allen thing. you need to bone up on it, so to speak. No pun intended. You need to bone up on this fucking thing so we can talk about it next time. And I will bone up on it because I was very into that story when it happened, and I definitely have feelings about it. But it's been a while, and we all know I'm a little brain. I got a lot of fucking cloudy fucking spaces in my memory bank. You know what I mean? My recent memory is really good, but I remember stupid details, but stuff like that, I need to bone up on again and remember why I got all worked up about it. Woody Allen needs to be killed.
Really?
Yeah, he needs to be killed.
Dude,
That I know. That I can
does he have to watch some of his children die of leukemia?
You know what? I don't want to, because one of the children might be one of the ones that he fingered or something, and I don't want them to die. You know what I mean? He doesn't.
Well, if there's a time that it's going to come out, it's going to be now, because it looks like everyone's coming out.
So listen, the whole thing about watching his kids die is that that he wouldn't care if any of them died. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't want him to die and have to watch his kids.
Maybe they were a nuisance to him.
I'm
waiting for Bill Clinton to get out. You know, he's got to get into this fucking act. He's getting beat by Jesse Jackson, Harvey Weinstein. He's getting beat by Al Gore's
As far
lawyer.
as what do you mean beat? Like,
well, sexual harassment.
What do you mean he's getting beat?
Well, he's getting beat.
Do you have some database or some fucking spreadsheet
No, he's
in
getting
front of
beat
you?
like, he's getting punched off the page as far as a big sexual harasser. He's got to get out and start doing some fucking raping.
He's not a
He loves to rape.
Yeah, he's a predator. He's not a harasser. He's a
Bill
predator.
Clinton loves to rape. There's nothing Bill Clinton likes better than to fucking rape somebody. He just loves raping people.
Bill
he does.
Clinton, I'm sitting here,
He
right?
fucking loves raping them.
I don't know if you noticed. I'm trying to save myself 2 hours every night.
Do you think...
So now I'm writing down everything we
What do
talk
you
about
think?
as we go.
You
And
shouldn't write
this
what-
one says Bill
shouldn't-
Clinton loves to rape people. That's
He
going to be
loves
on
it.
the
He
tag.
fucking loves
He
raping
loves
people.
to rape people.
He lives to... He doesn't even... You know how the Harley Davidson people say, live,
And
ride to live,
live to ride.
live to ride. Well, Bill Clinton
Which, by the way,
lives to rape.
Which, by the way,
Rape to live.
Harley guys are gay.
And
They're
he
all
doesn't even
gay.
need to wear a leather jacket. He's just out fucking raping.
Listen.
And if he can get on that Lolita Express and go down to that island and rape some 12-year-olds,
That whole
even
thing
better.
where everybody fucking joins up and they dress the same in like a little leather vest, and we got our chaps on, and let's ride. We're all going to go ride together, and we're going to stop traffic.
No, I've been to all those events.
We're going to stop traffic. You haven't been to one in a while. We're going to just stop traffic, and we're all going to get like matching tattoos, and we're going
they're
to drive.
fucking gay.
They're fucking faggots.
And none of the ones that are real ride their motor. Like, I rode my fucking motorcycle from Massachusetts to Sturgis, South Dakota.
And back.
Yeah.
And probably
then
took
went
a detour. It took a fucking
and then
detour.
went to California.
I was gonna say went to California and then back through the Grand
These
Canyon into
cocksuckers-
Texas, fucking into fucking Mississippi and back on up.
They're trailering the fucking guys from Minnesota
Right.
and the next state over.
I'm not even talking about those guys. That's fine because they got real
They
jobs.
trailer their bikes in, and then they put on this like outfit,
I'm not talking about
drive around and look mean.
See, we're talking about two different guys. You're talking about the guys who don't wear the uniform every day. I'm talking about the guys who wear the uniform every day.
Oh, every day?
The guys with the
I didn't
tattoos
know.
on their heads, and they fucking, that's how they dress. They always got dirty jeans on and boots. That's how they always dress. You guys are faggots, all of you.
And
I live in,
piercings, you think they're, but maybe they really are badasses.
they're not badasses. They're women. They're faggots, all of them.
So, all right, for the next time, we'll get into talking about tattoos and see how you think about that. So you think these people are fucked? Now, Joe Rogan's
think
got
they're
tattoos all over him.
Joe Rogan's fine. Guys like that are fine. I'm talking about the guys.
But, you got to
with the
wonder,
bikes.
why did Joe Rogan tattoo his arms all up?
Because he can, because it's art. because it's art and it's expensive and it costs money to have good art put on your skin. He probably, I'm going to guess that
Hey, but it
without having seen it,
looks
I believe
fucking
you.
stupid.
Again,
I bet if he could close his eyes and snap his fingers and have it
he
all
wouldn't
gone,
have them again.
it'd be gone.
I agree. By the way, I got my first tattoo a month ago. Did you know that? Did I show you that?
I've been looking at that. I thought it was.
That's my wedding ring.
I thought you were diseased.
It's my wedding ring.
That looks all right.
I don't have a wedding ring. We got in Roman numerals tattooed the date 9/29/17, which was way cheaper than fucking a couple. It was $85 each. It was 170. I gave the artist $220. I gave her a fat tip.
That's cheaper than platinum.
It's way cheaper than fucking jewelry, which I can't wear. That's why we got it. Because, as you know, I was married for a long time to my lovely first wife, but I got a ring and I wore it for about a week, and I had to take it off because A, it hurt while I was working, and B, I don't wear jewelry. I think you're the same way. I don't got an earring. I don't have a necklace. I don't even wear a watch. Do you wear a watch?
No, never.
I don't wear anything. I
do
anything
wear my
clinging to
wedding
me.
ring.
But it's even that way with clothing. Like my clothing, I want to fucking fall off me. I don't want it to cling at all. So I wear clothing a size or two sizes big. Even
Well,
pants.
you like to, because that's when you're gonna rape. You want it to fucking be easy.
What do you mean, to take off the clothes or to hide someone under? I like hiding
Both.
people under my shirt. Yeah, like I bought all these shirts, man. They look like a fucking moo-moo. I
Well,
mean,
you
like I
did
said,
go
I'm
to the
losing
Bill
weight.
Clinton school on how to rape.
What do you mean? Is that what he does? Is that what Bill does?
Bill just fucking loves raping people.
Yeah.
He does.
I think anything. Yeah,
Bill Clinton loves raping people.
women. I don't think he rapes men or boys, just women and girls.
You know that he's had a few along the way.
You're probably right. Bill Clinton has probably had his fucking cock sucked by a man at some point.
And I
'cause
bet
there was no women available.
He's had to have sucked a dick too.
I don't think so. I'm
No.
gonna go nope on that one. But I will say that he has gotten his cock sucked
Probably
by
thought
a guy.
about it.
Bill Clinton's fellatio
Like a tranny.
habits. I'm writing that down.
One of them she-men, you know, with nice tits. Probably went
Oh,
down
chick
there
with a
and-
dick.
Yeah,
Chick with a dick.
gone down there.
Why, you
and-
think he's had a chick with a dick? Probably.
Of course he has.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's been some wild nights.
He's fucking married to a chick with a dick.
Oh, no. She ain't got a dick. Actually, there was a picture on the internet the other day of her camel toe, which you cannot get out of your head. But you know what? And I'm looking at it and I'm going,
Christ.
well, I guess old Hillary shaves at the very least. I think she does the fucking big Brazilian wax. You know what I mean?
God, I wish you would just fucking die.
Yeah.
Die and go away, you fat fucking disgusting whore.
Well,
You too, Bill.
Bill's not really doing much. He's doing oh, man. It's about
No, he's raping and
raping and pillaging. He's pillaging the fucking Clinton
He's
Foundation.
raping under the radar
What's
now.
the deal with that? Every other day.
Well, there
something
is
comes
no
out.
more. There's no more Clinton Global Initiative. There's really not much of a Clinton Foundation.
What do you mean there's not
Because-
much of it? It's still got to have money in it, right?
I think they have like a $500 million.
Yeah, so
But
what do
the
you mean
thing
there
is,
no
nobody, the Clintons, no one cares anymore.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Well, they're political fucking
There's
kryptonite right now.
There's no. It's just that there's no. The only reason the Clinton Foundation existed was because she was fucking lurking around, and everybody thought she was going to be president.
Yeah, right.
at
Yeah, no,
some point.
right. That all got started right when she became senator. You know what I mean? When he got out. When he got out,
He got
that's
out.
when the Clintons
She got in the
Foundation
Senate,
started.
and everybody's like, "Ooh, well,
'Cause
we better keep donating."
I don't
to
think
those
you can
fucking that rapist and his fucking whore wife.
I don't think you can technically have a foundation while you're an elected official, by the way.
Yeah, but he had the foundation. So, he
Well,
had
what
the-
I'm saying
and then
is
a
he
Clinton
couldn't
Global
have it till
Initiative.
after. Yeah, right. Which is
Yeah, yes, they had it, and people donated to
Yeah.
it because they thought she was going to end up
Exactly.
being, you know.
well. That's what I mean. Donna Brazile, that whole thing with her. Oh, that was the other thing. I don't think that happened over the weekend. I don't think we got to talk about that.
We didn't. We
Donna
should talk
Brazile.
about that.
We brought up Donna Brazile, but now she's saying that she was actually, and I don't know what the mechanism would have been, But she said she was actively thinking about taking Hillary
Joe
off the
Biden
ticket. Yeah, Joe Biden and Cory Booker.
Yes.
You know what I mean? What a fucking dream team right there.
Well, it turns out that
Let's get two guys who can barely form a sentence in fucking comprehensible English.
the Hillary Clinton campaign, not only did they rig the whole fucking thing against Bernie, but they were laundering money
Yeah.
through the DNC.
Well, there's a surprise.
So I guess the deal is you can donate $356,000 to the DNC. This is how it works.
Okay. You
And
can donate $356.
$1,000
Oh, yeah, all right.
to the DNC, but it has to be like $10,000 goes to each state, or $10,000 comes from each state,
I
something
got ya.
like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So what they were doing is they were running this money like from the states into the DNC back into the Hillary Clinton victory fund, which is basically Hillary Clinton's fucking election fund.
All right.
So they were laundering the fucking money that should be going to like down ballot elections. They were sucking that all up
Right.
to get the fucking whore elected.
Dirty, dirty, dirty people.
And of course, she still lost because
Well, yeah.
she's such a loser. She's a fucking
The
loser.
worst candidate in the history of fucking modern
Yeah.
American presidential
If
politics.
you ever listen to this, Hillary, die. You
Yeah,
fucking whore.
she'll be dead before she.
Go into the
She'll
go into the woods and die.
Yeah, well,
You lying sack of shit.
She
You'll never
sucks.
be president.
she fucking sucks. She sucks. You know what I mean? So anyway, did you see that the San Antonio shooter? We had a couple shootings this weekend. One was in San Antonio. They were both church shootings. I don't even know about this. To me, again, they're local issues, and I pay very little attention to these things.
Well, I like the fact that the guy yelled out, "Everybody die, motherfucker!"
San Antonio or San Jose?
San Antonio.
Well, and I
He
guess
was serious about killing
it
him.
came out today that he escaped from a mental facility in 2012.
He did.
He had some fucking...
You know why he was in there?
Because he was threatening people or something?
He was in the fucking military or something. He was threatening like to shoot military people.
Oh, Jesus.
So he
Sick
was
kid.
really unhinged.
I mean, again, right there, he got fucking put down by a normal citizen who fucking happened to have a gun.
Well, that's what
Thank
Trump
God.
said. Thank God the other guy had a gun.
Thank God, right? Imagine if he didn't, that guy would have got away because he got in his truck after they shot him and he fucking bled out on the highway. And they got to him before the cops did. And if he hadn't bled out and he pulled over, they would have put one or two in his head for him.
Is he dead?
Oh, yeah, he bled out. He's
I didn't
dead.
know he died.
Fucking died on the road.
Well,
He didn't die in the hospital. He died either on the way to the hospital or on the side of the road,
he ran out of gas.
so to speak. No fucking pun intended, right?
He ran out of gas.
Here's another thing we talked about. Did we ever talk about? We talk about hobbies a lot.
No, we don't.
Yeah. Well, we talk about the stuff that are our hobbies. So I'm not saying we talk about hobbies with a capital H.
What
but
hobbies?
some people got fucking this hobby.
My
where-
stamp collection?
Some people got a hobby where they fly. Like I find flying to be a necessary evil when it's time to go on vacation. You know what I mean?
I tried that.
I've never had a job. What, you've tried flying, like piloting, like you were a pilot?
Yeah, well, no, I wasn't a pilot. I thought I might want to be a pilot, and I went down to the airport. And
In Plymouth?
Yeah.
When was this?
Oh, a
never
long
told
time
me
ago.
this.
I was still married to my other wife.
No shit.
Yeah.
Did you take any lessons?
Yeah, I went up twice,
Oh no shit.
and I took a couple classes, and I said, this is the most, not only is it boring, because you have you're up in this little Cessna thing.
Yeah.
It's so fucking loud you gotta
Yeah,
wear
right.
earphones, you can't hear. And I'm squished in the thing. And it's boring.
Yeah,
'cause
right.
you
They're
have
not built
you
for
know,
guys like
he's
you
going,
and
"Are
me."
you excited? You're going 120 miles an hour. And I'm like, yeah, compared to what? So there's nothing, there's no reference.
So what you're saying is you're going 120, but you felt like you were standing still,
Just sort of,
basically?
yeah,
No
sitting
shit.
there.
Wow. And you
And
could
then
see
the-
all around and down from the seat you were in and
Oh,
everything?
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then there's just. And
See,
then
I have
there's-
no idea about feet. I know that roughly all the commercial shit, if you fly to Florida or something, you get to 30,000 feet. How high up did you get to, you know?
Not
Like 10,000?
No. Couple
Not even.
thousand feet.
Is that all? Yeah.
Yeah. And you just constantly think about when is the engine
Dying?
just going to stop?
Did you
And I'm going to fucking crash.
did you fly all like? What's the deal? Like, did you get to see a lot of Plymouth or the area? Do you remember
Yeah,
anything?
oh, yeah.
Do you remember anything standing out and you're going,
Yeah,
wow,
we
that's
went out
pretty
to
cool?
Went out to the beach,
Yeah,
flew all around there, and
yeah.
yeah.
Did you learn at all about the science of the people on the ground as far as these things taking off and landing and I guess air traffic control is what I'm talking about. You learned anything about that? Do you have any grasp on that? How they fucking do that? Because that to me seems like a fucking fascinating job. Those guys got a high pressure. Listen, I know air traffic control in fucking Plymouth ain't air traffic control in fucking LaGuardia. I know, but I'm just saying, did you learn anything about the science of that at all? That's a fucking intense science.
I don't think it's a science. I think it's a rule book.
Those guys got the highest stress job other than fucking surgeons.
Well, yeah, you can kill 300. You can kill 300 people.
That's got to be the highest. It's got to be. You got to figure. You know what? It's got to be more stressful than being a brain surgeon. Brain surgeons are cool characters. You know what I mean?
Well,
Air traffic controllers
you
are
kind
like
of
uptight motherfuckers.
you pretty much got a 50-50 chance of dying when you get brain surgery anyway.
And
You don't expect to die when you get on a
and you got
JetBlue
you got a
flight.
1 in 100,000 chance of dying on a JetBlue.
So you don't want to be the air traffic controller.
Probably less.
Crashes 2 747s.
It might be
into
1
each
in a
other.
couple million now that I'm thinking about it. There's a lot of flights that go off and not a lot of crashes. And you're right. Probably, oh, yeah. You're probably a couple thousand times more likely to die of brain surgery than you are of flying, you know? On any particular flight. I mean, certainly they got that shit down to a science. Like I
But
said,
there's
I know what
various
you.
ceilings. Like if you're flying, when you get into, I don't know, there's little zone. You get into like a Logan Airport zone. If you're a certain size plane, you have to fly at a certain elevation.
Right,
You know what I
because
mean?
no big plane is going to go that low. Within
Right,
a
but
certain,
even the big
there's got to be a
planes
border
sort of,
too, though.
like if you're coming from this, if you're heading north, you're going to fly at a different elevation than if you're going
Again,
south.
there is science to it. Yeah.
So, well, there's rules. You're
Yeah.
going to fly at fucking, you're going to fly at 13,000
Can you imagine
feet.
the big brain that came up with all them rules? Some
And the
some dude or dudes.
Well, I think it evolved.
At the end of the day,
it
it's a
evolved
dude.
from,
Somebody came up with a system. You know what I mean? Of all these fucking things taking off and landing in the same small
but
area.
you're making the mistake that, like, it started like that. Like, all of a sudden, there were 700 planes
No.
taking off.
I know it developed. I know. I'm
It's
saying.
just sort
but-
of like, well, we got a plane
So it was
taking off,
it was
we
a
got plane
developing
landing.
science. It was a developing science.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then it,
So those guys are mathematicians, right? Whoever came up who fucking amend that system on a daily basis.
I
Probably a daily basis.
I believe they're time travelers.
Oh, what? What are you talking about?
Well, you have to be a time traveler.
To what?
You have to have a 15-inch cock and be a time traveler
To
understand how to do that.
So what you're saying is that maybe my zeal of appreciating that those guys are some smart motherfuckers is probably, again, you're just saying it's not a big deal.
No, I think
It's just a system and
it's
somebody.
a wonderful deal.
Yeah.
Do you remember when? I think you're too young. Do you remember when Reagan fired all the
Yeah,
air
of
traffic
course
controllers?
I remember that.
He just fired them all,
I was like 13 or something.
and it was one of the.
Who knew that they all worked for the government?
Well, I did actually at the time.
I didn't know
believe.
that.
Well,
I mean, he can't
probably
fire him. He
because
can't
they
fire
said
private people.
They all work for the government, and the deal is, when you shut down airports, it's threatening national security.
All right,
Because you have to have the airports working.
Even back then.
So they all said,
What are we
well,
talking, 81, 82?
yeah,
Yeah, somewhere like
we want more money, and if not, and they had a thing. They had a no strike policy. Their contract was no strike. And they were going to go on strike anyway.
that. Yeah. Oh, it's because they were government workers. You
Yeah.
can't go on strike.
Well, and it causes national security issues.
right.
And Reagan said, "You go on strike,
You're fired.
Not only are you fired,
You're fucked, and you'll never
you
work
will
again.
never work another
Again.
federal job
Right.
in your life."
Exactly. That's
And
like the
they went on
it's
strike
the Harvey
'cause they
Weinstein
thought he was-
equivalent of
They
turning on a
thought
blowjob.
old fucking the Gipper was bluffing, and you can hate Reagan, and Reagan did a lot.
Why? Who hates Reagan?
A lot of people hate Reagan.
I mean, still.
Well, I
Why
don't
would
know
you
if
still
anybody-
hate Reagan? There's been enough fucking enough time between
Well,
now and
people-
to realize that he was a great president.
I don't know if he was a great
He
president.
was a fucking serviceable president at the very least.
He was an optimistic president.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what you want. Like you said the other day about our boy, you want a fucking president who's
But
optimistic.
he ran the shit out of he ran the debt up. Look, I'm not going to get into the history of it. We'll leave that for historians.
Yeah.
What I'm saying
Yeah,
is,
but I'm saying
as
at
far
least-
as the air traffic controllers, and this is where the Soviets started paying attention, because this was a no fucking around guy. He just said, "You're fucking fired and you're gone." And he put the military in there, all the military air traffic controllers,
Yeah.
and these people were gone. I think some of them were actually hired back like 10 years later.
Really? Why that far? What?
Well, probably because he was out of office.
Oh, I got what you're saying.
But he
Oh, so it was you know what? It must have been because by that time Clinton was in. That was probably a Clinton thing, not a fucking Bush Senior thing. You know what I mean?
I don't know, well.
Yeah. It's what sucks is when we're both away from the microphone. I'm at the fucking fridge, and now you went to get a piss. I thought we said, huh? I thought that one of us was supposed to at least vamp on the microphone while the other did his thing. That's fine. That's what makes us funny, Joe. You got a what?
I gotta see my dog.
Yeah, let me just check the list and see if if there was anything really pressing. Oh, you know what? I got a little bit of housekeeping to do here. Tuesday, I know that's a week from today, and I will remind you again Thursday, both on the air and off the air, but I'll do it now because I'm thinking about it. My son Evan is going on a school trip to Italy this spring.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of mandatory parent meetings for this. And I'm not going to just make my ex do it by herself. We're going to go together. The first mandatory meeting for this is Tuesday next week.
All right.
So I have Mondays open, Joe.
We'll do it Monday.
I would rather do it Monday than Wednesday because I don't want to do 2 days in a row.
Let's do Monday.
So that's what I'm telling you. We're going to do next Monday,
Monday's
not next
done.
Tuesday. All right, good. Because Wednesdays I do the music thing with Gene and Keith, and I don't want to fuck them out. That's the only thing.
We're set for Monday.
All right, so we're going to do next Monday instead of next Tuesday because I'm doing parenting. And then I think the next one after that is a Wednesday anyway, so it doesn't affect us.
Yes.
So we're doing good. We like to we're being not what's constant, not continuous. What do we say? What's the word?
Continuous?
It doesn't matter. We're being
Contagious?
we're doing this even though no one is listening. We're going to do this 2 or 3 times a week. Oh, by the way, I think Scott Jesse can't make Mad Randy practice. That's the band that we're in with Evan.
Yeah.
Next Sunday. You want to do Sunday late morning or early afternoon or mid-afternoon? Let's do a Sunday show. Let's do our first
Possibly.
Sunday.
Yes.
I'll I'll recheck
Call
in with
me.
you Thursday.
You have to call me.
Well, we'll talk about it Thursday before we sign off.
Yes.
And you'll probably tell me, call me Friday or Saturday, and
Right.
at which time I will remind you that if I call you, you won't answer the phone anyway. So what
Yeah, but
I'll
you can
probably do
text.
is stop by. You're not good at the texting thing anyway. You're pretty
Email?
You're not bad at email. Do you check your email regularly? Tell me that. Do you do it regularly? Do you do anything regularly? Do you check email regularly?
Shit, I shit regularly.
Do you check your email when you wake up and a couple times during the day and when you go to bed? What's your email thing?
I don't know.
Why is email the best way to get a hold of you?
Because I check email.
You do check it because you always have a computer on your lap or in front of you or something.
Yeah, I'm checking email right now.
Are you really?
I don't see
You got
anything
that
from
much
you.
going on, dude?
Yeah.
From me? Why would I email you? I got nothing to email you. I email you YouTube links. That's about it.
There's naked boys here from you.
It's definitely not from me, you asshole.
Wait a minute.
Oh my god!
Naked boys missing fucking arms.
I was just about to tell
They
you.
can't even
I was just about to tell you
beat
who
your
it's probably from, but I'm very cognizant of not doing that to other people that we know.
Hey, my dog just had surgery today. I have to go see him.
All right. Well, listen.
So this show's got to end.
No, listen. I'll see you Thursday.
I'll see you Thursday, too.
You're comfortable with the new schedule? I come from work, I get set up, and then I come find you, and we start at
Yeah, that's
6:30. We got on the air by 6:24 tonight, by the way.
That's
not
fine.
bad. That's the new schedule. You're good with that?
We're doing good.
I need continuity in my life. I got a schedule.
Continuity is the word you were looking for.
Yeah, continuity. That's what I need. Not just this show, but that's what I need.
You've got it. You got a real job.
All right, look at me. I love you, man.
I love you, too.
Thank you for everything.
Well, we haven't done anything yet.
No, you've done a lot already for me.
This is good, though.
Yeah,
We like this show.
yeah, we have a lot of fun.
To all of you out there,
Yeah.
we're kind of right, and we're probably fucking wrong. I'm Joe. He's Al. We'll see you Thursday.
Good night, everybody.